Alright, welcome back everybody. So, last session, after facing off and defeating Duke Thalamra Vanthamper in the dungeon beneath her villa, you all continued the search of her subterranean complex. While you were going through, searching through the halls of this sewer dungeon that had been built beneath the Vanthamper villa, you came across a creature of the abyss that had been accidentally pulled through a portal and into this world, and absolutely devastated a group of cultists that had been residing in the western parts of this dungeon. You all came across the aftermath of that scene. The creature, bloated to near immobility by all of the cultists that it had eaten, and gravely wounded for the fight as well. You were all able to put an end to it, even though it was able to summon a bit of help to extend that confrontation. You were able to put down all of the demons that had found their way into this world. After doing so, and dispatching this feed, you eventually found Thavius Krieg groveling in a corner of the Vanthamper vault. He seemed to be pleading with something, and it quickly became apparent that he was pleading with the shield that was mounted on the wall. This resplendent golden shield that had been mounted on the wall there was speaking to Thavius, offering him salvation, something that Thavius desperately craved. And when you all arrived, much to Rhea Mantlemorn's astonishment, Thavius Krieg confessed to his damning crimes. Most notably, the fact that Elturel's fall was his own doing, was orchestrated by him, and it was something that he had known was coming for decades. After hearing all of this, Rhea, overcome with rage and various other emotions, struck Thavius Krieg down, but as she did so, a fiery portal opened up beneath him, ripping his soul from his body and dragging it down into what could only be assumed to be the Nine Hells. It's clear that whoever had their claws wrapped around Thavius' soul was not quite done with it yet. After this scene unfolded in front of you all, you continued your search of the dungeon complex, going through the coffers of the Vanthampers, finding various different riches, and of course the ledgers, the books that would prove where the Vanthamper money had been coming from and going. Essentially the evidence that you were all looking for. You also found Thavius' quarters in this dungeon complex as well, proving that he was not a prisoner here, but came here willingly. After Thavius was dealt with and you all continued your search of the vault, the shield itself actually began speaking to Layden and briefly to Althea, promising power beyond means, posing at first as a celestial, as an angel trapped within this shield, although it was quickly discerned that the being inside of the shield was something far more sinister. A pit fiend trapped inside of this vessel for an unknown amount of time and for unknown reasons. Although he acknowledged his deceit, his deception, he did still promise that if you would take him to the Hells, that he would prove an invaluable ally, a guide, perhaps even a true ally, if the times were to come to that. But that is where we left off last week, and that is where we'll pick up today. You are all still technically beneath the Vanthamper Villa in that dungeon complex. But what you do now is entirely up to you. So, what would y'all like to do?
Step one, let's get out of this very, very wet, dank-smelling, nasty place. It's
On the way out.
probably evening time upstairs.
On the way out, Anna's going to stop by what was it? It was like that one group of um guards or whatever that were right in front of the wine cellar. Um, like that they obliterated, obviously. Um, and she's going to uh just look at them for a moment, and then just kind of point. Uh, would you mind if you gave me a moment? I wanted to do some rites by them, if that would be okay with the rest of you.
You're not into
Yeah.
dead people, are you?
It's not like that, no. No, not at all. Um, I mean, they're pretty, but other than that, no.
Sorry, had to.
Uh,
Totally into dead people.
no. Um, so um, she's gonna walk over to them and kind of crouch down, like cross her legs, and then open up her bag. She's going to sit in front of. Is there anyone that like from the neck up is like not completely destroyed? Like
Yeah,
they
there's
like
a
they
couple
crash.
there's a couple of bodies down there with their upper bodies and faces still intact for the most part.
Okay, yeah. So she'll sit next to one of those, and she'll go into her bag and start pulling out, like herbs and dirt and small rocks, and place them over different parts of their body, with like, dirt covering their wounds and such. Um, and she'll start to sing a quiet song, in Sylvan, um, moving her hands ritualistically, for a few moments. Um, as she does so, you all could watch as roots sprout up out of the ground and wrap around all of their limbs, including their neck, um, and uh, start getting tighter and tighter. Um, yeah, and start getting tighter and tighter, before like blood runs down the roots into the ground, and their eyes shoot open.
Nice.
They're entirely wordless. They're entirely wordless as they um, look around, screaming silently. And soon the excited, fearful look in their eyes dulls and dulls and dulls until it's um, cloudy and lifeless as she casts Animate Dead. Woo.
Okay. So
You're gonna need to give that thing a bath.
Anacola has an entourage.
Woo. Uh, yeah,
The Red Army begins.
she'll take off the funeral gown that she's wearing, including like the fur coat, and just kind of put it over them. And the funeral gown had like a veil, so she'll just cover the face with a veil so it won't be as visibly, dead. Um, and yeah, uh, well, I made a friend, and she'll uh, say as she like helps it up, and smiles to the rest of the group.
Um, Lilia will just look at her and be like, "So that's your husband?"
No, I am unmarried.
I'm
For now, I'm sure.
Well, you're a very cute couple.
Thank you. Um, yes.
There's something wrong with this one's head.
Uh, question: if we could just skip around a bit, but would I be able to find like makeup in Miss Van Thamper's room?
Oh yeah, she had a full vanity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'd head up there real quick and then come back down and start uh putting makeup on their face, even though it's under the veil, so that way it wouldn't be visibly dead. Um,
Okay.
should I make, should I make a performance?
Yeah, I was trying to think of what kind of check would be good for that. But I think performance fits pretty well.
She'd have
Unless
that
you have
for
disguise kit proficiency.
Ah,
I do not.
yes.
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just going to guide herself as well.
I'll
Oh
I'll
fuck.
I'll
Nice.
remove
Yeah.
the smell. I'll remove the smell with prestidigitation, at least.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, albeit a bit slow and lethargic in its movements, physically it appears, especially with the veil and the cosmetics, the guard does appear to be relative. It does not appear to be outright dead.
Hey.
That's a plus.
All right, everyone.
Um,
Anyone else in
we're gonna
the villa?
we're gonna give it one extra thing good. I mean, I'm gonna like find like one of these guards is probably wearing a ring or a necklace or something.
Probably.
A ring or a necklace or something like that. Nothing valuable, just
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
trinket. I'm gonna take said trinket, and I am going to use my magical tinkering on it, and make the sound of breathing.
Nice.
And
Maybe put a little wheeze on there to make it believable.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you can make it smell like life, or like not death, but that is
Well,
also
that's
I can make one of those too. There you go.
Althea said that they were going to be
Oh, yeah.
casting prestidigitation to remove the smell.
Yep.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, to make it like clean and not bloody.
So
Yeah.
there we go.
Well, thank
So
you.
now it even breathes and stuff.
Yeah, when she tries to make it like breathe, it just like comes out as like ghastly wheezing.
Well, that was a fun little project. So she pulls out her maul. So now we kill it, right? Walks towards it.
No,
Oh,
we do not.
pity.
The zombie's worth 100 experience points.
No.
Just when I thought I had something to practice swinging my maul on.
We just grind. We stay here for multiple days, making giant trees.
Right. Well, we should probably report our findings.
Yes, we should check in at the inn across the street first. I gave the gentleman Fallister Fisk that we rescued from the prison cells down here, who was from Candle Keep and had some knowledge about the same person that I had heard of, Silvira Silvicus, who has knowledge of infernal puzzle boxes. I gave him a few gold pieces to get himself a room and something to eat and a bath. He's supposed to meet us in the common room at the Light Stars across the street.
All right, so y'all heading across the street to the helm. What was it? The
Laden Stars.
Oh, and on the way
the helm
back,
the helm and cloak is the one across the street from the Van Themper Villa.
Oh, the Helm and Cloak. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking. Sorry, there's too many of the inns here sound
Right.
the same.
Like, I don't think I've ever shown you all this map because I didn't want to overwhelm you all, but this is what I've been working with this whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot here.
loading.
Loading.
Oh yeah,
Fine.
you have everything. Oh yeah, you have everything open. Oh gods, ow. Yeah, that's a bit much. Yeah. Also, notably, on the way out, Anna will also take. Obviously, she'll take Ghost with her, and hopefully convince the other Tressum to come with them. And once again like the wedding, like the funeral gown imagery. She, assuming the Tressum decides to come with her, she now has 2 Tressum in her wake, a pretty large wolf, and a person who's limping.
A zombie. All right. So, as you're all at the Van Themper Villa, Grumps is kind of just wandering around in the. I'm sorry, Slobber Chops. Grumps is Adso's familiar, but Slobber Chops is just wandering around in the kitchen, just opening up pantries, flapping his way up into cupboards, having a good old time in there. But Anacola, you can certainly make an animal handling check if you'd like to convince Slobberchops to accompany.
Could my other Tressum attempt to help me convince them?
Sure. Go ahead and do it at advantage.
E-
Okay.
Ooh, pretty okay. Also,
So,
since
yeah.
they have like an 11, I would think it would be like Persuasion or something with how smart they are.
Right. So, with a 17, though, Slobberchops kind of looks around. You see them kind of looking around the house, realizing that there's no one there, and they flap up alongside your other Tressum and join your little party.
Hey, let's go. Yeah, I won't use either. I'll try not to use like half of them in combat because that's going to be overwhelming.
You can, of course, use your familiar as much as you want to, but the other one is pretty much going to be strictly Slobberchops. Slobberchops is no one's servant.
Of course.
After entering the villa, I believe we took 3 short rests in total. Plus all our time exploring and stuff. We were late morning going in, so I'm guessing it's late afternoon, early evening now.
That is a very astute assessment. So yes, late afternoon, evening.
Everybody, I know that we're eager to report in to the Flaming Fists and all that, but I am dirty. I am hungry. I am very thirsty. I think it is time for a very good meal and a long, hot bath. And I will lead the way across the street.
All right, so you're all heading across the street to the Helm and Cloak?
Absolutely. Hopefully with, what's her name in tow? I keep on forgetting her name.
Rhea.
Write that down.
Rhea has not said much since the incident with Davius.
Yeah. We need to get Rhea very, very drunk.
Anna remembers that she has multiple bottles of incredibly expensive wine after raiding their wine cellar.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all took some, didn't we?
All right.
So, rent a suite. Do they have a private room that we can have dinner in?
Find
Fallister, bring him along.
Yes, the Helm and Cloak is a pretty large establishment, and it is one of the more established ones here in the Upper City. So yeah, I would say for a single gold, you all can have a private meeting room, and then for for 2 silver apiece, you can each have a room.
Right. I will pay the gold.
For all of us? Or just
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, for continuity, we'll say that the shield has offended Layden for now, and Layden has decided to stop talking to it. For at least for the time being. So, shortly after that, Althea, the shield would reach out to you and say, hopefully your sensibilities are not as easily offended as this one's. We can be great allies, you and I.
I'm assuming that's speaking telepathically to me?
It is, just to your brain.
Alright, well in that case, easy answer. If your goal is to simply help me destroy that which is evil and or which is not right, then I have no qualms.
You can sense a sound of approval coming from the shield telepathically, and it says, "We together shall vanquish the greatest evils these plains have ever known."
Well, in that case, I have no issue with it whatsoever.
Okay. So, Althea, you now have possession of the shield of the Hidden Lord.
I do?
For now. When Layden comes back, we can discuss how the two of you can share custody of the shield. But for now, since Layden is not here, you have it. It's one of those items where somebody's always got to be in possession of it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, like a player present has to be available for it to interact with.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm not. So Layden had attuned to it and equipped it on his sheet. I went ahead and undid that just now.
Yep.
So just so you know out there, when he attuned to that, he gave him a +4 armor class, +2 for the shield, and +2 magic.
So the D&D Beyond plugin did that.
Uh-huh.
Really? So that answers that question, doesn't it?
And I've seen, and there's been,
it is a +2
and I looked at, and when I saw that on his sheet, I looked up, and there's been discussion on various forums about whether or not it's the +2 is just the normal shield +2, or if it's an additional +2, and D&D Beyond says it's an additional +2.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and run with that. Anytime I can get an official ruling on something, whether it be from D&D Beyond or, Crawford or whatever it may be, that's what I go with. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Layden's armor class
Althea.
went to 22.
My armor just went up ridiculously. All right.
What is the sword called? Or what is the shield called?
The Shield of the Hidden Lord. Hey Carl, if you want to link me to the discourse on that, I would appreciate it. I'd like to read it when I have the time.
I'll have to look it up again.
I'd appreciate it.
I looked it up early this evening.
Yeah, because it's one of those things that got argued at my table the very first time I ran it.
Oh yeah, look at that. I moved Shield of the Hidden Lord into roll 20 and it automatically boosted my armor class to 22.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So roll 20 says that as well.
Wow.
There you go.
Nice.
So the two official, we get our information from Wizards of the Coast, say that it's a total +4.
Wow, that is a fucking powerful shield.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, and you out there, you've seen the rest of the abilities it has, right? Like you get to cast Fireball with it, resistance to fire damage, all that good stuff.
So it was Fireball.
You have to attune to it before that'll show up.
Right.
So could two people be attuned to the same magic weapon?
No, but like I mentioned before, the Shield of the Hidden Lord is a very important NPC interaction piece. So I always,
So as
pretty
long
much.
as someone's attuned to it, it's satisfied basically.
Exactly.
So for now, it's happy with being attuned to me.
Right.
And then once Lane's back, it's fine. It was switching attunement as long as it's still attuned to someone.
Right.
Yeah, and I unattuned it from Layden.
Yep.
All right, cool.
In case I have to, we have to do, we reach a point where I need to do something with him or something.
Yeah.
So the shield has true sight, which means it can see things for me, theoretically speaking.
And the shield is doing its utmost to be on your good side, so it is most certainly willing to help you see things and detect things that you would otherwise be unable to.
So you would clearly see that it is a zombie.
I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me at all. Literally, Althea does not care.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that wouldn't help her see a zombie. The zombie's not using any disguise magic. It's just
cosmetics. It's just makeup and clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So disguise. Yeah. So true sight wouldn't help with that.
Maybe True Sight can help us see who the zombie is on the inside.
Okay, so we are having a good meal, good wine, long soak in the tub.
Okay. All right, everyone. So if
everything.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just talking about the shield. How good the shield actually is for me, because like paladins don't usually have AoE, and this just gives me all the AoE I need, basically.
Right. The shield is very good.
This rounds me out perfectly.
So guys, we're gonna be going to talk to what's his face that y'all's contact with the Flaming Fist in the morning, I assume, and report in on what happened. I just gonna tell them everything that went down there, other than the fact that Rhea was with us. I don't think she'd appreciate us mentioning her existence to the Flaming Fist.
She shakes her head. Like, yeah, probably for the best that they don't know you've been associating with her.
Ballister, are you gonna want to go to that meeting, or?
So
should we find
Ballister,
you
when he first arrived here, he would have congratulated you all as soon as you got here. He would have been waiting in the lobby area, like you had mentioned. But after a few moments, and after speaking with Rhea and learning that Rhea is not necessarily welcome with the Flaming Fist, he would say that he does know how to get out of the city right now, which is saying something considering that there is no in, no out of the city. And he does say that he can meet you just outside of Little Kalimshan. If you all take the Basilisk Gate out of town, through the main road through the upper city, he will spot you all just as you're passing Little Kalimshan if you want to meet him there, and he can help get Rhea out too.
I have a feeling our next destination is probably going to be to go see Silvara
And
at Candlekeep.
And he nods and says that if you do want to get an audience with her, then he is the person that can help you do that.
So I think we need to open this puzzle box. We shall see you there late morning, early afternoon tomorrow, assuming all goes well.
So he is going to take Rhea, and he will meet you outside of Little Kalimshan tomorrow. He said he'll keep an eye out for you through the day.
Yeah, we might need to do some shopping before we leave town.
Right. Alright, everyone. So as Ballister Fisk and Rhea Mantlemorn make their way out of the city through secret means to rendezvous later with you outside of Little Kalimshan, you all can go ahead and take your long rest, a much-deserved one.
I don't think anyone really gains anything back since we did that after leveling up a little.
Right, the level up is always a good spot to do that kind of stuff.
Valathon is going to write a note and give it to his familiar to deliver.
Okay.
The note will read simply, "Your mother is dead. All her plans are cast down. I would suggest you go visit Luskan or someplace well away from here. Take your brother with you. And send it to Mortlock.
Okay.
At the Sunken Sea Rat."
Okay.
Now, familiar will buzz off in the night, deliver said note, and as far as I'm concerned, I am done with them.
All right.
Okay, you said long rest?
Long rest, that's right. Does anybody else have any other business they'd like to take care of in the tavern before we officially call the time skip?
Nope.
Oh wait. This is a fun consequence. Anna's going to burn all of her spell slots on Goodberry.
Nice. That's 80 good berries. They only last a day, though, right?
They last 24 hours exactly.
Okay.
So until tomorrow night when I can do it again.
You have 80 good berries. Got it.
Yep, I'll divide them.
You can only eat one at a time.
That's 16 each.
And each one is like equal to all the food you'd eat for a day, right?
Right.
Yes. I don't even think... I think it's... I'll actually check the spell because I don't remember if it...
Look, more lambus bread.
If it says sustenance, then it would include, like, water, I guess? Let me check. Yep, it includes... You don't need water either.
I mean, that's super handy. I feel like there should be, like, something that happens if you just get greedy and try to eat, like, 40 of them.
Yeah, if you feel... It's, like, kind of downing cough medicine or something. or like gummy vitamins. Like you
right.
Eat, like,
Take too many, you start to feel just a little too good.
They're magic mushrooms.
They are they are magic mushrooms, actually. Literally.
Right. Anacolas are actually mushrooms, and they're magic.
Yeah, that's 16 each. Everyone make sure to keep those.
All right, everyone. So, if everyone is ready for their long rest, you can all go ahead and do that. And during the night, Althea, you would have been plagued with strange dreams.
Okay.
They would have essentially looked like fiery hellscapes as far as you can see, with hordes and hordes of demons and devils clashing with each other over and over again. Almost like it was this scene on repeat, but every time that you saw it, it was a little bit different. Kind of like you were looking through centuries, if not millennia, of conflict just playing out over and over again.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll go into a little bit more of that after you've experienced it a few more times. But for now, whenever you take a long rest with the shield, you do get those dreams, and each time they're a little bit different, but all focusing on the same thing, just this epic conflict between. I mean, how much do you know about fiends, Althea? I feel like you would know a little bit.
I definitely would know a little
Yeah.
bit, considering I serve the Raven Queen.
Yeah. So you would see that the two sides clashing with each other are fiendish, and you would know that you would know with certainty that you are witnessing the blood war, although not as it is now, but as it has been throughout the eons. All right. And then the following morning is actually almost a nice day. Almost. Still a little bit of gray in the sky, still a little bit damp. The smells of the city are never fantastic, but it does seem like a little bit more light is breaking through today. So, what would y'all like to do with your day?
Are we going straight to talk to the Flaming Fist, or do we want to do some shopping beforehand while we're in the upper city?
I believe it would be very advisable for the lot of us to do quite a bit of shopping. Yeah, so we're like, where are we again? We're like right here.
Correct. You're right across the street from the Van Tamper Villa, so you're right around this area. Oh, you can't see that. Right around this area.
Yes, let's head to the what is this area called?
Wide?
Wide?
Yes.
Isn't there like an underwide or something like that? Not sure if we need anything that might come from there.
Well, I'm unsure. If they don't have adequate jewelers, in the wide, then the underwide would be where we'd have to head.
Well, I'm sure at jewelers we can find plenty in the wide.
I'd like to kind of check it out at least. The underwide seems interesting, if nothing else. But maybe for another time. So as can we just say we're at the wide?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So when they get there, Anna is going to try and find like a jewelry store.
Yeah. After your full day of exploring in the wide the other day, you're familiar with it enough. The shops have not moved around too much. You can find a jeweler with relative ease.
Can she find a diamond ring for 300 GP?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. That's it. It's
I know that
thematically
Layden
convenient.
would be looking for something similar.
Yeah, whatever you think Layden might be looking for, Balafon, go ahead, and I'm sure they would be. I'm sure he'd be fine with you allocating his gold appropriately.
Yeah, I
Um,
talked to him.
she'll remind the group, if you would like me to use some of my um, rev- um, what would you call it? Resuscitatory magics on you. I recommend your own, uh,
I mean,
buying your own way into that. As in, everyone should buy their own diamonds.
Just have one in your back
So,
pocket just in case.
like, how much does one of these diamonds cost that we need to get?
They are 300 GP,
Okay.
and they are very good at keeping you alive.
Okay. Can I buy one of them too then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Decking ourselves out in jewelry.
Right.
And then Althea,
yes.
hey, you lent me a bunch of gold like back a while back for my axe. How do you remember how much? I want to give it back to you.
How much money I gave to you for your axe?
Yeah, it was like 400 and something, I think. I know it was
Oh,
at least 400.
don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
If I see something in the stores that I want, then maybe if I need a little bit extra, I'll ask for it. But other than that, I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
So there are two things in particular that Valafon is looking for.
Okay.
One, he is looking for a um, a weaponsmith from which he can get a silvered rapier.
Okay.
Which I believe is normally 100 gold pieces for a silvered weapon.
And that's the so how is that calculated again? The silvered weapon over the standard weapons cost.
I looked it up before. I'm looking up again.
Same cost.
Could
Jesus.
Inna find a feathered tuft of fur and fishtail in a gilded acorn for 200 GP in some kind of like druidic shop?
Yeah, that should not be an issue.
Yeah. So on the Roll20 compendium, it just says silver weapon, any type is 100 gold
Okay,
pieces.
so you pay for
or
the
10
standard
pieces of
item cost
ammunition.
and then the price to silver it. So yeah, um, silvered weapons. Yes, you can find those in the upper wide, in the standard wide area. We'll just go ahead and use the standard from the PHB, so the standard weapons price, and then the 100 gold on top to have it silvered.
Okay, so that'd be 125 for a silvered rapier. And the other thing that Valafon is looking, he's not sure he can find in the upper wide. He is looking for something. Preferably, he is looking for a wand of the War Mage. Failing that, maybe a cloak of protection.
Okay. So we spoke on this a little bit earlier, but in order to get any sort of magical items, the sale of them in the city is strictly prohibited, which has forced the trade underground. So if you would like to make a trip to the underwide, the way that would work is it would be completely random whether or not the place would have what you're looking for. If you, while you're exploring in the underwide, we'll go into a little bit more detail about it if you do decide to go down there. While you're exploring in the underwide, investigation, talking people up may reveal other shops to you. What that means mechanically is when you all head down there, I will roll up a random item shop, and what those shops have is what's on this table. If you don't find what you're looking for on those random tables that I roll up, then your charisma checks or whatever other checks may apply, like for example, the urchin or anything else that might make you street smart, we can re-roll it, and then so you can have another chance at possibly rolling up what you're looking for.
Another quick thing. Would there happen to be a bookshop here, or like some kind of small library?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of booksellers.
The Amber
She wants-
Dunes.
Anna will look for a bestiary of the grassland, of like all kinds of like creatures that would live in like the grassland biome, which is there is a mechanical definition of what like grassland beasts are.
Okay. Go ahead and make a charisma investigation check as you're asking around looking for this.
Oh, okay. That's slightly better than normal investigation, I guess. Could she guide herself
Sure.
in looking?
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
That's 21.
Right. So you are able to find a nature guide, a kind of like one of those Blue Mountain guides. But yeah, it is a more or less a travel guide of the Sword Coast, the northern Sword Coast to be exact. But yeah, it'll have a catalog of all of the known animals that can be found in the northern Sword Coast.
Oh, okay. What biome is the northern Sword Coast?
There is
There's-
plenty of grasslands there, unless you're looking for like savanna.
No. Just like the grassland includes stuff like elephants, most dinosaurs, and other things. She's like heard word of them.
So for dinosaurs,
never, like,
for dinosaurs specifically, I would say that you need to get
renditions of what they look like.
right. So for dinosaurs specifically, I feel like you would need to find a book on Chult, but that is not difficult to do.
Right.
So as part of that initial check, you can also find a book on Chult to get your dinosaurs. But it would be, let's call it 5 silver for the bestiary of the northern Sword Coast, and then another 5 silver, so a gold total for both books.
Oh wow. Okay.
I know, steep prices, right?
Yeah.
Luckily, you're not looking for rare books or anything. You're just looking for books.
Yeah, she's never been on this plane, so she hasn't seen any of those kinds of beasts. She just wants to maybe experiment with a couple conjure animals or something.
Okay.
So Valathon has the Baldur's Gate rumor monger feature.
Nice.
So
That will certainly earn you a reroll on the list.
okay. So, and I'm assuming since he has that feature, he probably knows who to speak to actually get into the Underwide.
Yeah. You would know that there is a man by the name of Mr. Gold, and that he normally deals in less than perfect magic items. But with that knowledge, Valathon, you also know that when asked politely, he does have more than the less than perfect items he puts in his storefront.
So we'll go see him, and we'll gift him with one of the fine bottles of wine that I extracted from the wine cellar, as well as a 10 gold pieces, or single platinum probably, and ask him very politely, Mr. Gold, I'm looking for specific useful items. I'm really hoping that you or one of your associates might be able to help me.
So, as you get down there, Mr. Gold, a very tall elven man, he almost seems to have gold filigree inlaid into his skin, but if you look too carefully for too long, he'll shoot you a very, very telling look that says that is not wise to stare. But yeah, he sees your gifts and he nods and understands that you are already aware of the type of thing he likes to do here. But as he's kind of guiding you to the back, he's like, "Are you sure you wouldn't like to see any of the goods we have up in the front of the store? I have some rather magnificent items. Have you heard of Iskaros, greatest of all axes?"
Do I look
An
like
axe?
I swing an axe?
I want to hear about this axe.
"Oh yes, Iskaros. This axe has leveled cities. Monuments have been built, raised, and built, and raised again in honor of this great blade."
Can we insight check that?
Yeah, you can insight check him. Yeah, he seems to be, he's not lying to you. He's not, he does seem fully invested in what he's saying. It's hard because, like, I try not to use insight as just a lie detector, but, like,
Right.
but,
I cast lie detector.
I cast lie detector, right? I would like to roll for lie detection, please. But yeah, you don't really see any deception on his face. You don't see anything that he might be trying to hide from you. He is telling you the truth of this axe. But of course, Valifon does know that any of the goods that are in the front of this place, there is something wrong with them.
Mhm.
Okay, so maybe just stay away then.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tempting. All right.
He does not,
Oh,
even
does
if he
he-
was
oh.
with us, but he's probably not even
Yes,
with us.
no.
But we do have the lie detector if we want.
He actually does cast lie detector.
No, he does not. But let's see. So yes, please, let's see what's in back.
He nods and he says, "Very well."
I have discerning tastes.
All right. So let's get that roll going. Okay, here it comes. So you're going for weapons first, right?
I'm not looking for weapons. I'm looking for a wand,
Okay.
preferably like of the War Mage. I'm looking for something to increase my spell attack, or something to give me additional protection.
I'd be up for some kind of stick-like weapon, which is
A staff of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Valifon, on this first roll, what's the price cap? Like, what's the most you're willing to spend right now, or possibly can spend right now? So I don't list everything off
About
here.
1,000 gold pieces.
About 1,000. Okay. So there is a wand of charm animal. I'll tell you right now that you did not roll a wand of the roll mage, a wand of the war mage.
Okay.
There's a wand of animal charming, a wand of delay poison, a wand of hold person. Only has 2 charges left though.
Yeah, but it recharges.
There is a wand of magic missile. There is a wand of summon beast.
Ooh.
It does appear to be level 1 though.
Oh.
There
Wait,
is.
it's lower than the lowest possible spell that it could be cast.
Right, it is a cheap wand though. The wand is only 200
Yeah.
gold.
I,
All right, and that is
None of
it.
that.
Everything else is up over 1,000. You want to roll it again?
Yep.
All right, here we go. And you are looking for a wand of the war mage first.
Or like a cloak of protection.
Okay, that would be a different shop we'd have to roll on.
Right.
Okay, so no wand of the war mage in the second roll either, unfortunately.
What kind of wands though? These are interesting.
Okay, and we're all staying under. We're still staying under 1,000, right?
If it's something really good, I would probably beg, borrow, steal from
All
my
right.
party
Let me
members.
see what
So
else I
we
got
could
here.
probably go up to 1,500.
So there's a wand of false life. That one's about 900. It does have several charges on
At what level?
it. It appears to be first level. It does have 10 charges.
Don't wands like regain charges at the beginning of the day. So, or is this like a wand that
These
has 10
are
charges in?
these are finite charged wands.
These are 10 use. Okay.
Yeah, these do have finite charges. They do not recharge. Max charges of 50 on these wands, and the more charges they have, the more worth they are, the more valuable they are.
Oh.
For example, there is a wand of greater invisibility here, but it only has one charge on it.
Right. Pulse Life. 10 uses of Pulse Life for 900 gold. That's tempting.
Let me go down the rest of the list. So I told you that wand of greater invisibility. Woohoo! A wand of light. Got to cast that light cantrip. All right, there is a wand of. Oh, never mind. That's expensive. There's a wand of lightning bolt that only has 3 charges on it for a reasonable price.
How much?
The wand of lightning bolt with 3 charges is 675 gold. And there is a wand of inflict poison, which is pretty straightforward in what that does. It does only have 2 charges, and it is for 800.
Is that like inflict wounds but poison damage?
The wand of inflict poison is very straightforward. You can use one of the charges. It has 2 charges on it. Goes for 800 gold. You can use one of the charges to simply inflict somebody with the poison condition. No save, no nothing.
Oh, that's quite useful, but a bit high in price.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the wand rates.
That
I've still got
very tempting.
Still got armor, weapons, scribes for spell scrolls.
Ooh, armor. Let's hear armor.
Okay.
What about things like cloaks and stuff? Is
that would probably be in the armor, possibly the trader. I'll take an extra look at that and see what that might come up under.
Yep. Let's keep looking.
Yep, it would be with the trader. Okay, so we'll allow you that 1 reroll with each of these, Valafon, since you do have that rumors and you are
Thank you.
familiar with Mr. Gold and his ways. He would continue to try to sell you on Iskaros, though. After a while,
I'm
with
sure
your
he would.
yeah,
I'm sure it's brought down cities because of the fact that somebody in the city owned it.
Every now and then he would throw in one of the other items that he has available here up in the front. Valafon, you would know that he literally just, like, it's what he does. He would probably sell them to you for super cheap too.
Probably.
But I'll just go over all
if
those.
This was a long-running campaign. I would consider shopping there and seeing what I could find.
So currently he has Iskaros, greatest of all axes, which is its literal name. It is called Iskaros, the greatest of axes. And
I like it.
Yeah, Iskaros is great. There is the Lute of Allurement. It is a small pan flute that has little sprites and imps dancing all over it. There is...
What does the lute do?
He will not tell you unless you buy it. But he does say that it does give you advantage on performance checks when you use it.
How much is it?
The Lute of Allurement is only 100 gold.
No, I have to buy it. And should I? All of these very specifically pan flute instruments. Can I drag it into my inventory?
What's up?
Could I drag that into my inventory, or is that not?
Yeah, I just realized that I actually haven't set... When I realized that you all weren't going to the Underwhite the first time, I didn't turn these items into handouts yet. But if you want to put down the Lute of Allurement, I know exactly what it does. It gives you advantage on performance checks when you use it to make a performance check, and it has other interesting properties that you will not learn until you attune to it.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna fill all my 2-minute slots with flutes.
So-
I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna ask, how much was that axe?
The
Like, how much
axe.
gold?
He asks how much you think it's worth.
I don't know.
It is a plus.
I
It is.
don't
It is
know
a.
exactly what it does.
It is a +1 axe. And
Oh.
sorry, just 1 second.
Try bartering with your axe. See if you can get the price knocked down a bit.
Yeah, my axe is +1 as well right now. It's like, what else does it offer?
I am very sorry. I actually have misplaced it. I am on the page that I grabbed it from right now. I will let you know exactly what it does. The Lure of Allurement was super easy. I just knew that one off the top of my head. But Iskaros, Greatest of Axes, has some pretty cool stuff that he does, and I want to make sure that I'm telling you it right before I tell you for sure.
Okay.
So give me just one moment to find that.
Okay. As long as it's like 500 gold or less, it's possible to get it. But
Okay.
You could also negotiate it down by selling your
Yeah.
axe to him, and then.
yeah.
I'm on the page that it's on right now, so if I don't see it soon, I'll find it during the break.
Okay.
What if we sell this guy that the devil shield? See how much that goes for.
I don't think that the shield would let us do that.
Well, it's someone else to attune to.
There it is.
Do that.
Ha! Wonderful.
Do that.
Okay. So, it is a +1 great axe.
Oh, great axe, not regular axe.
No, it is a
Yeah.
plus. It is a +1 great
So
axe. Go ahead.
Okay. So that means that it has to be two-handed, right?
Could call it a war axe. In which
Okay.
case, Mr. Gold would just like hack off the bottom portion of it.
I love
All
that.
right.
Okay. So
He's like, oh, it's like if he only has like a quarterstaff, and he's like, oh, actually, I wanted a wand, and he's like, okay,
whack.
chops his staff. Yeah.
Okay. So, it is a +1, whatever kind of axe that you want it to be. And Mr. Gold would tell you that the legend of this axe precedes itself wherever it goes, and that any time that you need to make any sort of check with the axe, anytime that you need to convince a group of something, whatever it may be, if you can use the axe and make it visible, you are proficient with the performance skill when you use it, and you do get advantage on any charisma-based check you make while you're holding the axe. Basically, the legend of the axe precedes it, and yeah, you do get advantage on any sort of deception, on any sort of intimidation or performance check made with the axe. And of course, it is still a +1 axe.
Oh wait, is it only to those specific roles, or is it like all charisma checks? Can you flirt with this weapon by having it out?
Okay, so here's the actual line. Sorry, I was misreading it a little bit. So while you are wielding this magic weapon, when you make charisma performance checks to impress an audience with anecdotes of battles you've won with the weapon, you are considered proficient in the performance skill. Add double your proficiency bonus to the check, and gain advantage on the roll.
Nice.
Okay.
Roll
So-
Troll Slayer.
So I'll go ahead and put that in the chat real quick so we have a reference for it.
Now you need to take dual weapon fighting feet, so you can fight with 2 battle axes.
And I wouldn't have my shield.
You'd
2
still have
battle
18.
axes.
It wouldn't be too bad. You'd still have 18 AC.
Yeah.
Oh, Roll20
So-
changed how it organized the weapons page. That's interesting. Sorry.
So, Kroll, Mr.
Yes,
Gold does
sir.
tell you that he initially had the axe listed as 500 gold. However, since you are certain to increase the legend surrounding this axe, he's willing to give it to you for as little as 300.
What if I trade?
What would you
Will
like to
he
trade?
give me a discount? Trade my battle axe that I have right now, my +1 battle axe.
He would sit there and think about it for a moment, and then say that for the trade, you can have Iskaros for 100 gold.
Oh, sweet. Frick yeah, I'll take
I'm
that.
surprised you wouldn't offer just a straight up trade for that.
Well, it's a little bit
He's
worse.
got to be able to.
Yeah, like the
little bit.
+1x. Yeah, it's a little bit worse because it
It's
doesn't
only
have
a
the
little
other-
though.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You know, let me see if I have it transmogrified, because I've used Iskaros in another game before. I might actually have the whole handout transmogrifiable from a different game. I'm checking that right now before I make you a whole new handout for it.
What is trans? Oh, I don't know what that word means.
Transmogrifier is a feature in Roll20 that lets you take anything from another game and include it in your game. So say I had a map in Candlekeep that I wanted to use in Baldur's Gate, I could transmogrify it from Candlekeep into this game.
Ah, like what you did with the light person.
Right.
So once you've done something in one of your games, you don't have to redo it.
Right, exactly. Super convenient. Dex. Handouts, here we go. Iskaros, greatest of axes. Ha! He's here! Fuck yes! Sorry, I love this axe. He's great. My very first ever homebrew item.
Sweet.
Okay, so where is he? There it is. Okay. Okay. All right, here you go. Kroll. Should be in everybody's journals now. So, Kroll, you just let me know when you attune to that
Okay.
weapon. Okay, and we've also got the Loot of Allurement, which, if I think about it, is probably in that exact same game for me to transmogrify over. So let me go ahead and do that. For just a moment, everybody, please do not open the handouts. You might be able to see them. I don't want you to see the curses until it's appropriate.
Oh, fun! They're cursed.
I made that so clear.
Of course they're cursed. He made it very, very, very clear.
It's literally a cursed item shop. That's
I
what it
realized
is.
Anna-
That's why he sells these things for so cheap. Okay.
Yeah. I realized Anna has 60 GP of jewelry. Can I just like sell that without like? Can it? She's had that for a while. Could I have just sold that?
Sure.
Okay,
Oh, you know
cool.
what? I
That would be-
forgot. It's the loot of allurement, but we can change that L to it. We can put an F in front of that.
You
for
kept on saying loot, but one time you said it was a pan flute, and so
Okay. I have it written
I
as a
thought-
loot, but it can totally be a
I
pan.
thought it was just spelled like with 2 O's. I thought it was spelled with 2 O's or something.
Okay, for some reason that is not here. So Okay, I'll just write that up. I know exactly what it does. Okay, so sorry, I got sidetracked. I was really hoping somebody would grab these heroes. I love that thing so much.
So we do have a bunch of stuff that we can sell in the group loot as well.
Yeah. Generally, whenever you're selling to merchants, you get half of the PHB value.
Right, and that's how you can haggle for a bit more.
Right.
So we have 2 fire breath potions, which I don't see us ever using.
Familiars
Yeah.
are very useful for it.
I want one of those.
You?
Yeah, we can use it on familiars to get them to attack.
All right. Well, then in that case, you should just take them out of the group loot and add it to your sheet.
Okay.
That is valid. Yeah.
But if I see it in the group loot, I'm assuming that no one wants it. So just assume that you're taking those out. So I'll take it out of the group loot if you just want to add it to your sheet, like that. There we go.
Yep.
And then we have 9 daggers. What? How much is a dagger worth right
Yeah.
now? A lot.
I think they normally cost 2 gold pieces each. So.
That's like 18 GP. Or
Well,
9 GP.
Yeah.
So can you just sell those for 9 GP right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so that's 9 GP. That's 10 group loot.
I also have the Skull Flail that I have not touched. since
Alchemist Fire. Does anyone care about the Alchemist Fires?
I don't find that going to. I don't think that's going to be very useful for much longer.
Yeah, I don't think it will either. How much
yeah.
are the Alchemist Fires sell?
I think they go. I think they go 50.
50, so 25.
So you can all take 25 for it.
Alright, so it's 3 Alchemist Fires for 75.
Double check, dude. Yeah, they go for 50 GP.
Okay.
So that's
75.
So we had 3 of them, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's 15 each.
Keeping the 3 beams. Black gold ring with pearl. I don't think we cared about that, right?
I want to wait. Let me check.
Worth
It's
125.
already been so long since we grabbed some of these things.
Yeah, it was worth 125.
Oh yeah, we should have sold that.
Okay, cool. So we'll sell that for 125.
Oh.
We have more beans than I thought we did. I think.
Oh, wait.
It was a flute.
So it is a
Okay.
pan flute?
It is a flute.
Like a pan flute or just like a regular flute?
Let me see if I have art for it.
The dragon statues, do you remember what those were worth? Or was it 25 GP each?
I don't remember if they had any value. I think they were just religious.
It looks like a recorder.
They did have a money value, I remember. How much did you say that the dragon statues were worth, John?
Which ones?
The dragon statues?
Okay, 1 second.
I think they were just religious.
I
The,
recall
the dragon statues from the ritual circle at the beginning of the game?
I don't know if it was the beginning of the game. I think it was later. I think it was part of the loot that we took from...
The 5 statues, right? Each one of them a different color?
Possibly.
Those were 25 each.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, cool. So we'll sell those for 125.
Then we have the 125 gold ring, so that's another 125.
Well, the ring you might be able to trade with someone for a bit of extra value. If you might be able to convince to make an extra trade with it. So hold on to it for now while we're still buying stuff. Alright, so that's extra 110 towards something.
I have so many.
Was there anything that Layden wanted or needed?
You know, since Layden's not here, we'll retroactively go back and just say that he was able to buy whatever he needed to while he was in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to guess.
He told me if like magic item popped up that would be really good for him.
Okay, so we still want to look at the
but...
weaponsmith and the armor.
Yeah, because I'm still looking for hopefully for like a cloak of protection or something, or studded leather +1. I doubt that's in our price range, but
yeah, it'll be pretty up there.
Yeah, but
I'm at the point where if I can convince Layden just let me keep the shield, honestly, it would be best just for two reasons. One, I'm tanking in the front, so it's really good on me, and second, this also makes up for my weakness of not having AoE, so it literally rounds me out perfectly. And I'd literally give all my money to Layden for whatever he wants. Like I don't need anything else.
That's a discussion for you and Alex to have.
That
for
it
you and
most
Layden to have.
certainly is.
Question, because we've
He was pretty happy about it.
I know, but it fits me better.
comment. I had a question because there's something that I've had for quite a few days, and I never really got around to attuning to it, but I wanted to ask if I could like retroactively do that so I know what it actually does.
Okay, what is it?
It was the Skull Flail that we found.
Oh.
Yeah, I never ended up investigating it. I just had it.
I could have cast in identify on it for you if you'd want it.
Well, it's the same thing as just like looking at it for an hour.
Well, except that curses take effect when you attune to something.
Do you only learn about it after you attune to it? Like what it does?
Yes, the nature of curses and things like that only become known to you after you're attuned to it, even if you do cast Identify on it.
Oh, even if you do cast Identify?
Right.
Okay.
Actually read an entire discourse on Reddit about that, and
There's got to be a way of discovering a curse without actually being cursed.
I'm not sure. I just know that Identify itself does not reveal the nature of curses.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you learn if spells are affecting it, but that's basically it.
Okay, and you got that Skull Flail when the cultists ambushed you, right?
I think no, it was the woman who did the necrotic fireball. It was hers.
Okay. 1 second.
She had like a silver skull flail. It may just be a silvered weapon.
I'm checking right now because I'm pretty sure it is just a silvered flail. So, Flennis, the spellcasting master of... Yes, it is a silvered skull flail.
That's all? Okay.
That's it.
So, we ought to be able to get 50 gold pieces or so for it.
Sounds about right.
If you want to sell it.
Let me check something.
Or you can keep it for whacking demons.
Always useful.
I can whack. I will at least.
You have Shillelagh. You can whack demons. So
yeah, I'm good. I was thinking about 1 sec. Oh yeah, I can't even use the flail. I'm not I'm not proficient. Yeah, flails are not. They don't seem very good. I'll sell it. It's 10 GP, so that's 110, right? For if it's silvered.
Right. So you can get
And
60
then-
back for it.
Nice. Yep, I'll have sold that then, if we like retroactively. Yep.
So, comment?
Yep.
If I just change the name of my +1 battle axe to Iskaros, everything else is basically the same, right?
Yes, that is totally fine.
Okay.
I have so much like bullshit in my inventory that I'm just like, I pick up their leg and I keep it. I have a rat. I have someone's skull. I have a spear that I can't use. I have
you picked up in session 1. I remember that.
Yes, I have 12 paintings of a cat. I have 2 bottles of wine. I have a bag of pebbles. It's just so much. I love it. But I also have a stick, which Anna thinks is magic and thinks makes her invisible, but it doesn't do that. Just god.
So whenever you all are ready to roll the next tables, I will be more than happy to do so. Other than that, Mr. Gold has 2 other items he is trying to push off on you guys. One is called the Mask of No Faces, and the other is called the Armor of Silence.
The armor of what?
The Armor of Silence.
I imagine I know what
That
that is.
sounds like
What
not
kind of
good
armor
idea.
is it? Just
It is
out
a
of
breastplate.
curiosity.
A +1 breastplate, to be exact.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Doesn't do me any good. Sorry.
that's medium armor, correct?
That's medium armor. It's cursed.
It's cursed.
He has to remind us. Yeah, that's fair. As a player and as a character, I completely spaced that out.
Come
So,
on, everybody.
on
Let's
the
go
surface-
look at armor.
On the
Other
surface,
armor.
this says that while wearing this armor, you make no sound, regardless of what you are holding, the surfaces you are moving across, or how loud you shout.
Oh. Oh wait. So can you even? Oh, so you can't talk. So... that.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
talk
the catch.
anyway
You
most of
can't
the time.
talk at
so-
all.
That would be the ultimate death knell. I would just like fall on my rapier if I put that armor on.
I mean, I could wear it.
Yeah,
I
'cause you
could
have
wear it.
telepathy, but
Yeah, I have telepathy.
And then there's
Oh,
also this one, the Mask of No Faces.
yeah,
I imagine.
you have no face.
Highly durable mass, no discernible features.
That's got to be fun, but
Oh, it's so much
Yeah,
fun.
like no one can discern what you look like. Literally, no one knows who you are, though.
Oh, the
that's a
Whoa, you can
interesting
shape
things
change.
are quite interesting with that one. I'll say that much. But
You
Balafon is eager to
can
get
cast
forward.
shape change. Holy
yeah.
shit.
You need to put that one in front of Alistair. He might be interested.
Right?
I just. Oh, jeez. Because shape change is.
Shape change is a biggie. It is a big one.
That is a 9th level spell. That. Oh my god.
That one lets you do shape change.
It does.
Innately cast it with no concentration, no material components. It doesn't say how many times you can do it, so I imagine it's at will.
I will also tell you though that the curse is like 3 paragraphs long.
I bet.
Oh, okay.
I
So it's
don't
not
want a
just
three.
not
I
having
don't want a
a base.
3-paragraph curse.
I don't want a
want a
3 paragraph
one-paragraph
curse.
I don't want a 1-paragraph curse.
I mean, 9th level magic though, and you can become basically anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and swing back around to that. Those 2 items are still on the table for you all if you would like them. The
think
Breastplate of Silence and the Mask of No Faces are both available to you.
The breastplate is very tempting because it's like, wait,
Yes,
do
it
you
is.
have to attune to it?
Yes.
Okay.
All these
that makes it-
all these items require attunement.
Okay, that makes
Yep.
it less tempting. That like not being able to take it off for an entire hour. But yes, I think Anna and Kroll were looking into armors.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm in like a really awkward spot where it's like if I'm able to keep the shield, then there's nothing else that I need, and like I just don't need anything else. But if I don't get the shield, then I theoretically still want a magical shield.
We should get you a cloak of protection, so your AC's fucking 23.
Good.
Well,
Cloak of Protections, good luck finding one.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah, you
So
rolled
I'm
it.
gonna go ahead and
Okay.
roll up the armor right now.
We can look at rings, see if we have better luck with rings of protection.
Okay. So why don't I go ahead and roll up the Trader because that's where those would be.
Sure.
I just want to do armor first.
Want to do
If
armor
that's fine.
first? Okay. Armor's rolled up.
Can we just like roll them both up so we have to work with?
Oh shit! I get making me open up extra tabs. Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
No, it's
That
fine.
would
It's
be
fine.
too
I
bad.
can open up as many as we need to. So
Another. I keep forgetting about these like the dumb magic items that I had her start with as well.
okay.
She has
So
a
we
key set.
have the armor, we have the Trader, and we have the Weaponsmith all up.
Necklace of Fireballs work for me. Anything that would give me this kind of AoE would be good for me, which is why I want the shield. But if I can't get the shield, then I want something to give me AoE.
you might get the shield.
So we're still trying to stay under 1,000, right? Or just under 1,000 if or just over 1,000 if the item is worth it.
in that 1,000
Okay.
gold piece.
In
And
the
I'm
armor,
willing to give like all my gold towards an item if you guys need it as well.
there is a +1 shield in the armor.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
How much?
It is,
Is there any-
1,100 65. So
Ah.
1,165 gold for +1 shield.
That's
That would mean it would
totally
increase your
affordable.
AC by 3.
That's totally affordable. And that would
So-
convince Layden to maybe let me have the fire shield.
Here's what I would suggest. I would suggest that Layden and Althea split the cost of this shield.
I mean, I'll
And-
straight up.
It's also cursed.
Hmm?
And doesn't seem. It's also
No.
cursed.
No, these items are not cursed.
Oh.
The only
I
cursed
straight
items
up-
are those 4 items: the loot,
That-
Iskaros, the breastplate, the mask. Everything else is legit.
Oh, great. That's
I
exciting.
straight up gave all my money just so Layden could have the shield. Honestly.
Okay. Well, and then whether or not that shield, which one of y'all gets which shield, can be a discussion
Right,
between the two
and
of
I
you.
will say this: since there is a bit of discourse over who's going to get it, whoever does not get it, I will make it up to them. However, whatever we need to do to get them on equal playing field, we will do.
Sentinel shield.
What's up?
Sentinel shield. Is
Oh.
+1 shield suddenly a sentinel shield?
We're gonna stick to this for now. But this game, especially when you all get to
So-
hell, it is not stingy with the magic items.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always heard,
So
I heard that it was. That it was
let's
super
go ahead and
So-
go ahead and buy the +1 shield. Is that inside your purchase power, or do I need to spend some of Layden's money as well?
So the 110 from the group loot plus my 816 is just barely short, but I might be able to haggle it down with a little bit of persuasion.
Okay, how much do you have to spend on it?
So 925.
925.
Animal tap her on the
925.
back and cast guidance.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check. Nice. Okay. He will give it to you for 800.
Perfect.
So that is a plus
now-
1 shield.
Alright, cool.
For now, I
Also,
will add that to.
So put that in the group loot for now, maybe, and then we'll see how it happens with me and Layden.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Call
okay,
keys and
that is really the +1. There's several +1 shields in here, but those are the only things that appear to be in your all's price range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Magical
So-
armor is
Definitely.
expensive.
Yeah, it
We
is.
looked at. Did we look at weapons yet? Or,
No.
I think we did, right?
No, you have
No, we
not looked at the
haven't?
Weaponsmith yet. You've not looked at the Trader or the Weaponsmith. And Valafon can do a reroll on either one of them, on both of them, once if you all don't find what you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth even bothering doing a reroll on
The
armor, because even +1 studded leather is going to be like
Yeah.
in the 3,000 to 5,000.
Yeah,
range.
even the +1 armor is up in the multiples of thousands.
What would a typical ring of protection go for?
I don't think the armor is going to have that.
No.
go for the trader for that one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna close
Yeah,
out the closing out the armor.
Yeah, I'm not going to be wearing armor for much longer. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Me-
the
Yeah,
Trader.
it's not good for me.
Oh, if only you all had more gold.
Oh yeah.
There's an amulet of health in here.
Oh, how much that cost?
Ooh.
It is 4K because it is a +2
Yeah.
amulet of health.
How
Ooh.
I know. Pass
how
without
how
trait.
much do we have altogether?
I have 400.
And Nicole, it's funny that you should bring that up because I had a party. My first D&D party was that kind of party. And let me just tell you that when I designed Mr. Gold and his shop, I designed him with that in mind.
Yeah. Oh no.
And they
Yeah.
bought every cursed item they could buy.
Oh, they did. They bought them all. Like,
They cleaned them out, huh?
yeah, it was great. Okay, so there's some spell scrolls in here as well. If anyone's interested in that.
I'm always interested in what
Keep
a
in
spell scroll
mind
might
we
be. But
might get more money if we finish the quest for the Van Tamper Villa as well. If we turn that in to the Flaming Fist. So if we get enough
This
money
is
from
true.
that,
That is
We have
actually an excellent point and worth a detour.
okay. Then let's take a detour.
Yeah, so how about this, everybody? Let's go ahead and take our break. And when we come back, you can all realize how broke you are and head over to speak to Zoj about getting some more money. And from there, we'll head back to the wide, and you can finish your shopping after you all have some more gold. All right, everybody. So welcome back. We are taking a quick break between our shopping ventures to go and collect the final rewards from Captain Zoj, having realized that your pockets are a bit lighter than you'd like them to be. So, you all know where to find Captain Zoj. She can be found generally at the Basilisk Gate at any time. So going to seek him out, or is there anything else you'd like to do first?
I do have a quick question. For the Shield of the Hidden Lord,
Huh?
I'd like to ask you a question. What name should I call you by?
He says that for now you can simply call him the Hidden Lord or the Hidden One. So
As great as that is, let's say for example I'm in the middle of a fight and I need to communicate with you quickly, and I need to ask your help for something real quick. For example, using the fear that are capable of doing. It would be easier if I could just call out your name just to let you know that I need your assistance.
He says that
call out a name.
He says that he is in your mind, and that anything that you wish to be, he will know of.
All right, fair enough.
Just call him Jake.
I'm going to give him a temporary name and just call him Fred.
Fred, nice. He is displeased.
I don't know. You see, in ancient times, Fred was the name of an ancient demon lord, so extremely powerful, you know.
Make a deception check.
Or I could call him Ball. I'm sure you wouldn't mind that name. Deception. I don't know. Whatever. For fun.
All right, now I get to make an insight check for him. This should be fun.
Yeah, just use all the what is it? His acronym. Make up new names. The Hidden Lord, Thomas Hans Leslie.
And Arch Devil has like a +7 to their insight probably.
Yeah, he in fact does have a +10.
8 or below, let's go.
To be fair, I'd probably give him an advantage on it as well, just because I do it in a joking way, as if it's even if he figured it out.
Okay, got it. So he would respond back and he says, "As great as this Fred figure was, I'm sure, holds no candle to the Hidden Lord." So whenever you call him Fred, he will correct you to Lord or Hidden One.
Lord Fred.
Lord Fred.
A great Fred.
I'll just chuckle and be like, all right. How about Ball? that name?
He would say that he's not sure how much Ball would appreciate that.
So you're not Ball, got it.
Zool.
The Great Fred was a master of traps.
The Great Fred.
And in monster hunting.
He's Zool. There is no Althea. There is only Zool.
Oh man, I actually haven't watched that movie in entirely too long. I think it's time. I heard the new one's actually not bad either. The new one.
Oh, maybe I'll call him Harold.
Harold. He would probably take that to mean like Herald of Doom or Herald of the Night or something like that.
Exactly. No, exactly. Sure, you wouldn't mind that one.
All right.
Okay, so
yep.
Basilisk Gate.
So, as you all approach the Basilisk Gate, Zoj would just be leaning up against a gate as per usual. The tide of people trying to leave the city has abated a bit. The tide of people trying to get in is still rather extensive. There's still dozens of people camped out literally right in front of the gates. You can tell that these refugees are not exactly being treated well. But Zoj, seeing you all approach, says, "Heard a lot of commotion was coming from the Vanthamper place yesterday." Sure, you all had nothing to do with that, right?
Actually, we had everything to do with it.
Really?
You might want to send a cleanup crew.
Indeed, and we suggest you send in the forensics crew or whatever you'd call it in this day and age, um, uh, because all the evidence you need is there, and plus whatever you have on hand as well.
I'll be sure to send someone over. Do you gather the evidence that we need to properly levy official charges against the Van Thampers?
Yes, it's all here and there.
All right.
More than enough proof.
Well then.
I mean, you will find summoning circles for devils and demons in the catacombs beneath her villa.
Also, a thing to note as well is Miss Van Thamper herself seems to have descended into the Nine Hells.
Well, good riddance is all I have to say about that. So,
She seemed less upset about it than I would have hoped.
well, it had become pretty clear that the Van Thamper family had some sort of involvement with what was going on here. I just simply needed the proof, which you've all delivered to me. So, you all were compensated beforehand. I believe our business is done, and I will say that I am glad that I will never have to see your faces again. I'll take the...
We
Compensated?
were compensated for the Cult of the Dead 3.
Indeed. Not for this issue.
You see, I don't, and as he's saying that, your meeting with Captain Zoj is interrupted. Interrupted by the arrival of several Flaming Fist, dozens even, Flaming Fist soldiers clad in shining plate. Their plate is clean and polished compared to the grimy and unkept plate and armor that you've seen of the Flaming Fist soldiers that are here in Baldur's Gate.
Are they coming from outside the city or
they
inside the city?
They were inside the city. They seemed to be coming from the south, from the dock areas. But this shining wall of plate armor and swords parts, and a woman with a white cloak and graying hair steps out, marches up, not even acknowledging Zoj, looks towards all of you. As she looks towards you, her contingent of Flaming Fist soldiers all turns to face you as well. She looks towards Zoj for the first time. These the maniacs who've stirred up every nest of rats in this godforsaken city? Zoj, his eyes are wide. He's like kind of, his mouth's gaping. He's like, Commander Porter! I was told you wouldn't be in Baldur's Gate for at least another 10 day. She turns towards him. She says, that's what the city's government wanted you to think, Captain, in a ruse that I tried very hard to keep up. Didn't want anyone to know that I was coming just yet. She turns to all of you. I trust you all have been adequately compensated.
Not at all, actually. We were just coming here because we did the city such a great favor, but, you know, the captain here wasn't exactly being very accommodating.
She turns towards Zoj and says, ma'am, I had every intention of making sure that they received all the rewards that they did for their great service to the city. I was simply trying to save the city some money. She holds up a hand. That's enough, Zoj. She steps a couple steps closer to you all, the contingent of soldiers behind her watching carefully. She says, from what I've been hearing since I've been back in this town, the only reason it's still here is because of all of you. What would you say...
Seeing as one of your dukes wanted to have Baldur's Gate join Elturel in the Nine Hells, I'd say, yeah.
She nods and says, well, we can only hope that Elturel is still at least in one piece wherever it is, and that our Grand Duke will find his way back to us. In the meantime, though, I have come here to take control of the Flaming Fist and hopefully restore some semblance of order to this city. Those of you from Baldur's Gate would know the name, right? Would know the name Liara Porter.
So who is she?
She is the second in command overall of the Flaming Fist. She is a commander. the same
Where has
rank.
she been?
She's the same rank as Ulder Ravengard, although Ulder was promoted to the rank of Grand Duke, a city title over his military title. Liara Porter is stationed in Chult. She is in charge of Fort Allurement, the Flaming Fist outpost in Chult. She oversees operations there and is in charge of a whole lot of things in Chult. But after hearing what was going on here, she decided it was best for her to return and take over operations, at least of the Flaming Fist, until Ravengard's fate has been discovered or he's returned to the city.
I don't think there's a ship in existence that could make the trip from Chult as quickly as, even if you learned the day that Elturel fell.
She says that she used other methods to get here as quickly as she did, and that she took sail from a different port farther to the north than Chult.
Well,
So what
rather than
happens
say
now?
that,
She says, now,
seems
what would you all consider fair compensation for your task?
well. First of all, since we're in the presence of such a great commander as yourself, let me introduce myself. My name is Althea Sky.
She nods, says well met, and thanks you for your service to the city.
As for a fair price, she'll turn to look towards everyone, considering how much trouble they went through and how things went. Well, considering we've dealt with a major undertaking of the city and put it into a much better place, I'd say
Ooh.
5,000 for the whole party would probably do it.
She smiles at you and she says, I'm certain that would do it. Although I'm afraid we, as a city, simply could not afford an expense of that magnitude. Why don't we call it, she counts around all of you, why don't we call it 1,500 for the lot of you, 300 apiece?
That would not cover a lot of the costs that's come along with having to deal with these kind of things. Considering we have
We
to
spent
maintain armor
300
and
gold
weapons.
pieces on healing potions alone in the basement.
Make a persuasion check. Looks like we got a guidance going. Anything else going on top of that?
Who's doing it? Oh yeah, Althea already got
Yeah,
it.
Althea is the talking.
I'm just supporting Althea.
I have
Yes.
a macro for guidance.
Perfect. We'll take the macro.
All right. Okay. So 20. So Porter, still the little faint smile never really leaving her face, she says, 500 each. 2,500 gold on top of whatever he has already given you. And I do believe that that is a fair compensation for your services to the city.
Wait, what he's already given to us?
500 more on top of what he's already given to you. He gave you 200 each. Remember?
Earlier, actually, we actually bargained him up to 300, but that's okay.
Yeah, we don't worry about that part. That was for
Yeah.
yeah, okay. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That's fair.
We're assuming that. All right,
So everyone gets how much?
500.
500 each. Very well. I understand that the city has needs as well in terms of monetary value. I'll accept that and take honor in the fact that we helped the city be a better place.
We are going to need to travel at speed to Candlekeep.
She nods.
Is there
and
anything
says,
you can do to assist that?
She nods, and she does say that she has some of the fastest horses that are available. The journey to Candlekeep would normally take quite some time. Checking that right now. Okay, so she says that with the means of travel they have available to you, that you can get to Candlekeep within 2 days instead of 5.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
That would be most appreciated.
She
Do you
makes
I'm
have
sure
a-
Elturel will appreciate that as well.
What are those like big wagons called? They have like the big white sheet over it. You can like sit in the back.
Just a covered wagon.
Wagons are slow.
Yeah, super slow.
She's offering us horses
Riding
that can
horses.
make speed at distance.
All right.
Yeah, if you need to move 4 tons to Candlekeep, yeah, the wagon's the fastest way to get it there. But
If we're only moving bodies, then
They are Porter's magic horses.
Oh,
where can we pick up these horses when we have finished our business here in the
She
city?
says she will make them available to you at Worm's Crossing. There's a fort there. I don't think you've all had to cross Worm's Crossing yet.
This group hasn't.
Right. But yes, there is.
Valifon is definitely familiar with with Worm's Crossing.
Right. So Worm's Crossing and the fort at the center of Worm's Crossing is where she will have the horses waiting for you.
We have a couple of companions that have already gone on to Little Cantlimsham that will be joining us, so please ensure there's at least 2 extra horses available for them.
She nods. It says that there will be 7 horses there for you.
Thank you very much.
who are all of our friends? I know we obviously have Rhea for the 6th one, but who's the 7th?
Fallister Fisk.
Alistar Fisk.
Ah, okay. Can 2 people fit on the horse?
Yes, but it does slow the horse down.
Could we have 8
Oh.
horses, please?
Yeah, 8 horses.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have our silent guy. We have our quiet himbo here.
Yeah.
I counted
I'd
that,
also tell,
didn't I?
I'd
5
also
and
tell,
6 and 7?
Hey.
Nope, my zombie.
Oh, right, shit. I forgot y'all just are casually walking around with a zombie in a bridal gown right now.
They're very pretty.
I'd also say that to Liara that we have custody of one of the Van Thampers as well that they can take to prison for their deeds.
I believe Valifon sent a note to...
Yeah.
Do they? Okay.
So by now they would
have custody of him.
Right, so as far as you all know, they are long gone.
Cool.
Okay. So,
Well.
Liara would turn and begin berating Captain Zoj, who, for the first time since you all have met him, looks pretty cowed. He has his helmet off in his hands and he's looking down. He is obviously ashamed of the way that he's handled this whole situation. You see her pointing at the refugees, pointing around, and just yelling at Zoj.
While that's going on, Valifon will walk over to the guard that's like controlling whether or not the gate is opened or closed for somebody, and palm a platinum piece into his hand and say, "Let as many through as you can while he's distracted," and walk off.
All right. So as you're all about to leave, leave sight of the Basilisk Gate, you see the guy kind of looking back, and he looks out the gate, opens up one of the side doors, and lets in a few children, a couple elderly people, while Zoj is in the process of getting chewed out.
So
Alright.
with that, back to the store.
Back to the wide.
Hey.
Yep.
Good. Okay, so there is still the trader and the weaponsmith available to you all.
Raider.
So we know that the
Trader,
trader has
yep.
amulet of health. What else do they have?
So I'll keep that. I'll keep the price under 2,000 now, just in case there's something really good in here you all want.
Yeah.
So, there's an amulet of planes in here. If y'all just want to get to Avernus now, I don't think y'all have 120,000 gold though.
No,
Anna marvels at it because she's used one of those before. They're very effective. That's how I got here.
Okay.
Used it.
There
in a-
are several spell scrolls here. Dispel magic, divination, insect plague.
How much is Dispel Magic?
Dispel Magic is going for 375 gold.
That I will consider. Okay.
Let me see what else. There is a superior healing potion in here, whatever the second tier one is. Greater, I think.
Greater.
Later.
There's a few of those. There's a potion of jump. It basically gives you the effects of a jump spell. There is a potion of pass without trace, but Anacola knows that, so not too bad.
Yeah, I also know jump. So we're
Nice.
probably we're good on those side.
Wand of Knock. Oh, that's expensive. Okay, so that's really
have
it. Not a
Crawl
whole
for
lot
that.
here. Valifon, I'm assuming you want that reroll.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Here it comes.
Keeping the amulet, of course.
Right, the amulet's 5,000. Or 4,000, sorry.
With a bit of haggling, you can probably get it.
A bit of haggling.
Yeah, don't want it.
They knock it down 200.
Okay, so
Something tells me somebody's gonna want to send us there.
So the reroll has some more scrolls, invisibility, see invisibility. Let's see, mass cure wounds, true sight, wall of fire. Continuing on. Oh,
How much for the?
okay. So give me just one moment. There is a ring of protection in this roll up, but it is a +4 ring of protection, which obviously you won't
What?
get to afford.
No.
So let's go ahead
Like shield.
and figure out what the price would be on a standard ring of protection.
So is it just going to be a regular ring of protection then?
Right.
Okay, good.
I mean, ring of protection +4 is insane.
Yeah.
That's
That's-
That's a
probably
legendary
cost,
magic
like,
item.
yeah, it probably costs
that's-
like over 100,000.
That's a legendary.
Right. It's in the six figures.
Yeah.
+1. That's all I want.
I found my 5e magic shop, the thing that I like to use my price gauging for and everything. It says price range per DMG 500 gold to 5,000 gold, and then right underneath it says price range per sane person 3,500 gold.
Oh yeah, I remember you had those. You had that for the +1 items as well.
Mm-hmm.
All +1 items.
Okay.
So how much for a +1 ring of
It
protection?
is listed at 35.
35.
100.
Yep. 3,500 is what it's listed at.
Valifon's AC is 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely
Is there-
do more than me then.
Can I?
You can all certainly haggle to get the price down. I'd say the maximum that you could get the price down would be down to 2,500.
With a good roll.
What if
And,
I offered to trade a scroll of Wall of Fire?
that's
What's
worth
the value on that?
That's a 4th level spell, so
Obviously spell 750.
no 4th.
so
Yeah.
The 4th would be roughly 1,000 something.
I don't have
Okay.
a magic item to trade, but I have a very
It'd
That-
probably be around 1,200.
I have
Okay.
an ancient mundane item that I could potentially sell to them.
Because first level spells go for about 75, second levels go for about 350, and then third level go for about 750. It might even go all the way up to 1,500.
We'll go ahead and call it
Yeah.
1,200. You can knock off of it.
Okay, so that would get it down to 2,500 minus 1,200 is 1,300.
That would be with a phenomenal persuasion roll.
I'll say yeah.
So before we do
I'll
that, though,
have-
we should still see what the other options are.
That was all of it in the trader,
Yeah.
unless you want to see the weapons.
Yes, I want to see the weapons as well.
Okay. Okay. So in the weapons list, in your all's price range, not a lot. +1 and plus magic weapons are fucking expensive, just like armor.
Usually a little bit less though.
Magic weapons are usually one tier lower.
True.
Everything
Yeah,
that
we
rolled
just-
up in here though is like +2, +3, super expensive stuff.
Yeah, +2 goes into the same category as +1 armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only
weapons
things that are in here are comparable to what you already have. Like there's a +1 longsword. There's a +1 dagger, things like that. So let me re-roll this.
The important thing is that we all have a magic weapon to overcome resistance, which Krill has. I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can make a magic weapon for
Yeah,
each
with your Shadow
combat
Blade,
and
right?
and I got a silver rapier for the times when I don't.
like
And
with the magic
Anacola
weapons.
has Shillelagh, and Layden has his magic weapon now. So technically speaking, we are covered so we're just seeing if we get something better at this point.
Yeah. So I'll say
Okay, yeah, there's nothing super special here. It's all just a bunch of plus whatever weapons.
No staves.
Oh.
Checking.
Valifond would tap Althea on the shoulder and give her guidance and say,
No staves,
ring
no
would
staves
be
in either roll.
really nice.
So we're going for
And
the ring or the amulet?
This
The
would be for the
ring.
ring.
Okay. We can make a roll for both and see what happens, I guess.
The amulet?
Alright, so ring. Yeah. Amulet of health.
we'd
We'll
all
try the ring
we'd all
first.
have to spend all of our money together to get that even with a good persuasion check. That amulet, if you can get them down, I don't mind trading in a scroll of Wall of Fire to bring the price down. I don't see a lot of use for a Wall of Fire, to be honest, with where we're probably going.
Alright, so Persuasion.
Well, oh wait, we'll help you out. I was gonna say.
Yes, I gave her guidance.
I took the help action.
So it'll be 17. I could make it 20 with. Yeah, I'll make it 20.
No, I was trying to say.
Yeah,
was trying to
we
help
were,
you.
and somebody was helping you.
Oh, okay. So okay, so you're giving me advantage plus the guidance.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So 20.
Ooh.
So with that, with trade-in, we can say we can get it down to 2,000.
Okay, I can cover 1,500 of that.
Can I try something really quick? And she'll pull out a thing from her bag. And she is going to, in front of the teller or the seller, whatever. She's going to place. She doesn't know if it's gonna do anything, but it's worth a shot. So she places this down on the counter, and asks how much it's worth.
Unfortunately, Mr. Gold has seen too many items like this, and this will not affect the value at all. Yeah, this guy has been all over the place. An item like this holds no value to him.
Yeah, we've already got the price down on this a good bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't speak for Alex on spending extra money, but if everybody else agreed, he would agree as well.
How much? Okay, so I have.
So I need to come up with 500 extra gold pieces. So
I can give you 5 platinum.
So that's 50.
So 500. I still need to get a pearl. But assuming we use whatever money we have left over at the end to buy pearls for Revivifies, then it doesn't really matter who has the diamond.
Oh wait.
So I mean, I'll just give you my 500.
Oh wait, I'm totally misjudged what platinum is worth. I'm spacing out. Sorry.
Platinum's
Yeah,
worth
platinum's 10 gold. 10 gold pieces each.
I can just give you the 500.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, as long as we have enough pearls for everyone later, it doesn't matter.
Is it
I know-
pearls
I-
or gems?
Diamonds.
Or diamonds. It's
Like-
diamonds. 300 gold
like-
pieces of diamonds.
Like I said, if I get the shield that I want, I don't need anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, can I keep my platinum then?
I won't be carrying a diamond around, but that's fine. There'll be enough of them around. I don't think all of us need to be carrying one.
Alright, so that's the 500, so go ahead and do your thing.
Yep. And I'm taking my 1,500 off and Ring of Protection. Thank you.
Yeah, I got lucky. There was actually a ring of protection in there.
I was hoping for a cloak because they're cheaper and they can same. Yeah, I'm done.
There's just
Yeah,
Layden left pretty much.
so there was no we did the weapons. Did we re-roll that one?
Yes, the weapons was re-rolled, and there was unfortunately no stabs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys might want to take into account future spells that you want to cast and maybe get the components for them now while you still can. If there are any spells in the future that you need components for.
My most expensive ones, I don't think I have any higher
We're talking
tier
like level 4 or level 5 spells mostly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
Well,
guess.
Probably
Oh,
won't get
okay.
much higher than level 6, so.
There is.
You all will have the opportunity to do shopping once you get to Hell, just so you know.
Oh.
I mean, not for a while, so definitely stock up. But once you get to Hell, it's not like. I'll just put it this way: the place is lived in.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Valathon's good. He's ready to
I'm good as well.
get on a horse and pick up our friends in Little Calamshan.
I'm looking for like some half plate or something, because I'm planning on going barbarian.
Oh, so
So
you
I
want to
need,
downgrade your armor?
well, I need to be able to rage, and I need at least medium armor to rage. So
So you want to switch in your splint for
But
half
well,
plate?
I'm gonna keep my splint until I get level 6, but I kind of want to get that half plate so that I don't lose all of my AC.
This might be the best time to do it though, because I don't know if we're gonna have another chance again after that for a while. You'll probably hit level 6 and
It'll be a while. Remember, I was mentioning that the way that we're leveling this games, because of the fact that we started you all in Baldur's Gate at level 2, the leveling is a bit wonky, so you'll be spending a very long time at level 5, just so you all know. And then it'll balance out and become more regular after that, but we are spending a long time at level 5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
Is
but
there
we're heading to Candlekeep. Is stuff like armor and stuff available there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you won't
pick up
you won't get free access to it like you're
Well, no.
like
yeah.
like you do in Candlekeep, but
well,
yeah, you can buy armor there.
is there any place here that has half plate?
Yeah, you could buy it for the standard PHP price here, $750.
Anna
Yeah.
will. She'll spend 200 GP on alchemist supplies and herbalist kit supplies, so she can craft stuff with both of them.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna buy that half plate for 750.
Actually, do I want to be able to craft healing potions? It's a lot more of a venture to do that than it is to do anything with alchemist supplies. I don't know if I need to. Would it be worth it? It'd take like a whole day. Mostly downtime stuff.
I don't know if it's anything we need to be worried about.
Yeah, I'll just spend 100 on the on alchemist supplies then.
Okay.
I mean, in our group loot, we have like 7 or 8 healing potions, and I know I have one in my personal equipment as well. So.
Whoa, that's a lot of text.
Yeah, sorry. The alchemist supplies is it's probably the best proficiency, but it's also like complicated. Okay, 2 pounds.
I'm playing a Phantom Rogue in my Friday home game, and
The Phantom Rogue, is that a homebrew, or are you talking about
no,
Soul
it's
Knife?
Phantom Rogue. It's the one that lets you gain the proficiencies, right?
gaslighting the DM.
Yeah, Phantom Rogue.
Phantom.
I'm like, I'm not crazy. It's an
okay.
actual thing.
That's Tasha's.
I'm completely unfamiliar with it.
It lets you gain proficiency. So basically, every
looking it up now.
after a short or long rest, you get to call on the aid of your dead friends to give you proficiency in a tool or skill that you do not have proficiency in. And,
yeah, that one.
Yeah. And then, of course, it lets you deal half of your sneak attack damage to a second target whenever you deal sneak attack, which is fun. But I wanted it because of the ghosts. But
Yeah.
Alchemist Supplies and Poisoner's Kit are the two things that I have gained proficiency in so far. Oh, and Tinker's Tools, because I needed to fix a broken lock.
I'm so enamored with Swashbuckler and Soul Knife that all of the rogues have like completely disappeared from my vision.
That's how I feel about Twilight and Peace Clerics.
My whenever I get a chance to play, my characters are always very emo. You know, like I played a Grave Cleric of Kalimvor once, and now I'm playing my Phantom Rogue Tabaxi.
He sees dead people.
I do. Yeah.
So I ended up spending 200 GP on the alchemist stuff, so I can
Sounds
make
good.
like 8. I can make like 8 different items with like I think it's alchemical fire, antitoxin, and acid. I can also make acid, so that's more useful.
Okay, sounds good.
What else would we need? I think we have everything. So we exhausted all of the stores, right?
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think we need to head to Little Kalimsham and pick up a couple of friends and get out of this city before it sucks us back in.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. So, as you all gather up what's left of your belongings here in the city, finishing up your final acts of business here in town before leaving, you pass through the Basilisk Gate. The Flaming Fist does allow you to leave without any issue. And before you know it, you all are back into the outer city on the road, making your way away from Baldur's Gate. Not long after leaving the Basilisk Gate, you do find yourself coming up right alongside Little Kalimshan. The district's vibrant, if a bit raucous. See your foreign instruments, the sense of exotic spices and things like that floating over the walls. And as you approach, you hear someone call out to you from one of the parapets along the walled city. And Valister Fisk waves you down, and him and Rhea come up to join you all. But yeah, they do begin to accompany you. They were waiting for you, as they said they would be. Rhea is still in a bit of a slump. She does not say much. She is obviously quite upset and doesn't really seem like she wants to talk much about it just yet.
Rhea?
She wouldn't say anything.
What?
She would kind of just look towards you.
We are going to do everything we can to save Elturel.
She nods and says, I just need to get back to the city. Every moment I'm away, I can feel its need pulling me closer to it. She shakes her head and she says, I don't know if it's something that Savius did, but I can't stop thinking about that there's just nowhere else that I need to be right now other than back in my city.
We seem to think that he was responsible.
So there's no question that Charlatan certainly was behind this. I don't know how exactly he did it yet, but there's no denying it after what we saw in there. She looks at the puzzle box, or wherever you all have the puzzle box stashed away right now, and nods towards it. She says, hopefully there's some answers in there.
Well,
Althea's
we are
gonna...
traveling to Candlekeep to speak with Silvicus. And you are more than welcome to accompany us for as far as you're willing to go.
I am willing to go all the way to Avernus.
It may take that.
Althea, was there something you wanted to say?
We have fast horses. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Althea was just gonna talk to the shield real quick and be like, you wouldn't happen to know of a way to get into Avernus, would you?
Sorry, 1 second, everybody. 1 second.
I'm also gonna spend 300 gold on exotic saddles, and that's gonna be very fun when that comes along. Getting us all like giant owl mounts.
I mean, I don't think we'll get nice mounts like that, but
What is it?
I doubt we'll be getting any nice mounts like that, but
I mean, I could make them.
you can make mounts? You're talking about
Yes.
you're gonna make undead horses or something?
Oh, well, I mean, I could pull them from the Feywild, bring them over here.
Okay, interesting. I guess that's
They
the thing you
mi-
can do.
They might be undead. Depends where they get pulled from, but that's not of my control.
Get a couple more levels of paladin and just summon your own steed.
Yeah.
You mentioned she doesn't like doing that though, right?
Althea wouldn't mind doing that.
Oh, okay. I thought you said she didn't want to do that. My bad.
Out of
Yeah.
curiosity, what is your level split?
3 warlock and 2 paladin right now, and it's gonna be all paladin from here on out.
All paladin. Okay. I'm
The
curious.
only thing I haven't
I'm curious
decided
why do
on
you need, I'm curious why you need to start at paladin to get the.
for armor proficiency.
Yeah.
For heavy armor proficiency, you can't get that with hexblade. You only get medium armor. So it's the
Right.
difference between wearing plate mail versus...
So you started as paladin.
Yes, I started level 1 as paladin.
Okay.
Simply,
And then
simply so I
okay.
can get the heavy armor proficiency.
Yep.
And then after that, I went to warlock.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
gonna switch back to paladin now that you're 3rd level warlock? Or are you gonna wait till 5th level?
I'm
when you can...
already 2 levels into paladin now, and I'm gonna keep going in paladin from here on out.
Okay. So you just
I
did the warlock dip.
Yeah, I just did the warlock dip. I did the warlock dip first because it allows me to use my charisma for my attacking rather than my strength. So the only stat I need to raise now is charisma.
Yeah, and as long as you stick with a one-handed weapon, you're good.
Exactly, which is what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. Whereas if you wanted to go like great sword or something like that, you could go 5 levels of warlock and.
Yeah, but all I need is 3 levels and
Or
I'm golden. So
She has
Yeah.
15 points of strength.
yes, I have 15 points of strength for my armor.
Mhm.
I have an odd score for that.
Well, yeah, because it's only as much as you need, because it's not
Yeah,
really.
exactly. I literally,
Not really gonna be very
I
useful.
literally got that much strength. simply so I
Battery
could use that.
50%.
That's how I feel about it.
Sorry about that, everybody. My partner was choking on something.
Oh gods.
Yeah, she's fine.
I hope they.
Okay.
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay.
Oh, I was just mentioning, Anna's going to spend 300 GP on exotic saddles.
Nice. Okay. Okay. I'm curious as to why, but okay.
I can make flying mounts, and I need to be able to ride them.
Nice. DM concerned face. Okay, go for it.
gonna have to talk about the ramifications of conjure animals eventually. See if we can work something out about that.
Oh yeah, Conjure Animals is great. I've had a few players that have used it. And then the bag of tricks is one of my players from Frostmaiden's favorite item ever.
Yeah, what I would basically want to do with conjure animals is just like, if I don't use them in combat or say they're not combat viable, could I choose like what?
Well, I will put it this way: when you get to Hell, the results of a Conjure Animals spell could be unpredictable.
Interesting.
Oh gods. Well, it's already unpredictable. You don't decide what summons.
Yeah,
so
it could be even more unpredictable.
that's exciting. Well, are we ready to head off?
I think so. For those who have never crossed the Worms Crossing, is that what it's called?
It is.
Put your money pouch inside your pants. And then put an extra belt over and tighten it down, and then get another belt.
Was that my already empty pouch? Not too worried about it.
Yeah.
It's like, what money?
If it can, like, everything that you want to make sure you have when you get to the other side, bolt it down to your person.
Any person fool enough to try and steal from me will, well,
You can't kill everybody.
I'm not saying I'll kill them. Just make sure they learn the lesson.
Yeah,
No.
while you're whacking that person, somebody else is taking your other stuff.
Then I whack them as well.
It's like, eventually they'll get the point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, the zombie is carrying all of the saddles because I can't carry that.
Nice.
Would I have been able to attune to Iskaros, or
Not quite yet.
was that
That'll be
Not yet?
on your next rest type of thing.
okay?
Can we do that on a long rest?
Let's get across the bridge. We'll take a short rest, and then we'll head south.
So, as you all approach Worms Crossing, it is essentially a massive stone bridge that stretches across the Chiantar River, and small villages and homes have been built alongside. Let me see if I have a handout of that for you all.
I'll have Anna cast Disguise Self to look like she has literally nothing on her, but like rags. So like no bag or anything like that.
Okay, I do not have a handout, unfortunately. But yeah, it is a huge bridge that crosses the Chiantar, and it is large enough that essentially what amounts to a small town has been sprung up around it. Mostly halflings, gnomes, and small folk live on it because they're the only ones who won't compromise the structure of homes that are hanging off the side of the bridge. But yeah, as you're all crossing, as Valifon has made you all acutely aware, Worms Crossing is very much known for pickpockets. So, could somebody please roll a D100 for me?
Did you pick up when I
So,
said about the
Have
Disguise
we reached the
Self
point
thing?
where we get our horses? Is at the halfway point?
That's the halfway point. What about the
Okay.
horses, Anicola?
I was just saying, did you hear me mention Anna Disguise Self, so she looks like she has nothing but
Okay,
her
got it.
rags?
Got it.
And I'll have the shield also keep an eye out and like sense people telepathically as well, since it can do that apparently.
Got it.
You can see what people are thinking in their mind.
Okay. Go and roll a D100.
One more question.
Mhm.
Once we reach the halfway point, how far is it to the other side?
Okay. So you all do make it to the fort at the center of the bridge without any incident. And to the other side, you're looking at about another few hundred feet.
I'll cast Pass Without Trace on all of us, so we like more easily slip through the crowd. Would I be able to do that?
Yeah, you can do that. Right, so you all get to the fort at the center of the bridge. Your horses are there waiting for you. And after that, you all, especially with Anna's Pass Without a Trace, you all do make it to the other side of that bridge without incident. And from there, the buildings get less and less frequent until eventually you all find yourselves out in open country.
Althea, do you want to have some time with your shield?
I don't think I need any time with it.
It's Krull that wants time with his new axe.
Oh, Krull,
I
do you
want-
want time with your
Yes,
axe?
yes, please.
I'm
We'll stop for, a light snack and
So Anna is attuning to the flute, and Krull is attuning to Easteros.
Yes, I'll also cast Find Familiar so that way my Tressum shows up.
Got it.
and I will be attuning to my ring of protection.
Okay. All right.
So many fun things.
You all ready to get the curses?
Yeah.
If there's a curse in that ring of protection, I'm gonna hunt you down and kill you.
All right. Here is Iskaros. The curse has now been added to the text. Well, this isn't a homebrew. I don't know why I thought I homebrewed this. I got this off the internet. I think the
Plus one
flute
ring of
is the one I
protection.
homebrewed.
Curse. -3 to AC.
-3 to AC.
Imagine.
I was joking. I was.
Oh, I'm trying
No,
to find.
no,
I'm trying
I
to
don't
find it on this. Whoever has it pulled up, say what it is. Oh, there it is.
It's at the top of the map. I haven't even added it to your player items yet. It's at the top of your screen, at the top of your journal.
By the way, could the flute have been a pan flute? Could like the guy have like it similar in a similar vein to cutting down the axe? Could he have like added more pipes?
So
So you have to convince this thing that it's actually a good axe as you go into battle.
Oh, good hell.
Is this like a
Wait,
once per
where is
battle
it?
thing or a every round thing?
it would be a once per battle thing.
Okay.
Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, it's in the magic items.
What does this have to do?
It's
Wait,
in the
no,
magic
where-
items? Oh, you know what? It probably doesn't
No.
refresh until after you all reload or something.
Oh. I
I
was
didn't have to
wondering.
reload. I just like scrolled to the top and there they
Yes,
were.
it should be at the very top.
My
The
bad.
flute or allurement
I thought it would
curse. When the flute is played, there's a 33% chance that 1d6 pixies or imps will be drawn to the player's location.
Oh.
So if you play this in hell, good God, there's going to be imps all over the place.
Wait, I can't.
The creatures summoned with this item are neutral and will attempt to disrupt the activities of any and all creatures they can. Yeah.
What does that even mean? Wait.
Yeah, do not play this in hell.
Oh, I also during the short rest, Anna was already playing it. So.
Nice.
I'm sure.
Roll a D100.
Oh, is it? Oh, yep. Okay. Here we go.
D-
I'm gonna roll.
D100.
Just for Anna. Okay, you're safe. It's on a roll of 1 to 33 that the imps or pixies show up.
Is it like a 50-50? So I roll like a D2 to find out if it's imps or pixies.
It depends on it. That is up to me.
Oh.
If you're at a place like this, we'll say you roll the. We'll say that you go the D2 and we'll do 50-50. Coin flip.
Mm-hmm. Disrupt the activity. What is? I don't even know what that would mean. Like,
Have you ever? Does anybody remember the Cornish pixies scene in Harry Potter, the second book and movie?
So are they just annoying? So they're just really annoying.
Yeah, they literally just try to mess with anyone that they can. So that will be literally anybody. You all, your enemies, they just try to fuck with whoever they can.
So disadvantage on everything.
Right.
No. Oh gods. They still sound fun.
Okay, so
Also,
I have-
the 33% chance they may or may not appear instantly. They may or may not appear invisible as they arrive. It's just you know that if you got 1 to 33, that they will show up at some point during that encounter.
Oh, that's great.
A DC 15 charisma check for a fighter. Oh.
Yeah.
It feels like
Oh.
I got like
I think your other axe
a
is getting heavier.
0 for charisma. Yeah, I think I'm thinking I need my other axe back.
So I will be
man.
giving constant guidance to Kroll.
Yeah, no
Please.
kidding. Oh,
Wait, so
man.
is this every time or until you? Is this like literally every time or only until you manage to get
Until the wielder finishes a short rest is when. So basically, they do it once, and then it's like that until they finish a short rest. It looks like.
Oh, that's
According to the
terrible.
curse. Yeah, so it's like you do it once you enter battle, and
So
until you have a short rest, it's gonna stay like that.
We should spar until like we eventually get like we spar and you keep hitting at us until it eventually returns to normal.
Yikes.
there's nothing that says you have to use it.
Yeah, but I don't have my other axe anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you traded it in.
So the way it works is it just deals the 1 bludgeoning damage until you succeed on you basically have to succeed on the 15 charisma check, flattering it, and then after you've done that, it stays active and it stays functional until you finish a short rest.
Okay, and how often can he make that flattering check? Is that
Whenever
like
he
an
needs
every
to.
round thing?
Yeah, he can do it every round if he needed to.
Okay. Yeah. So
I got a
That's
flute that just
okay.
so mine is just like a cool flute that summons pixies. Like that's the primary intent of the flute. And then,
told y'all not to buy the cursed magic items.
what is it?
Oh,
Oh, you told us not to buy them. I mean, I like mine. Mine is good.
Oh, would you all like to know what the Mask of No Faces did?
Oh, please.
Yes.
So, after you have used it, after 1d6 plus 1 days after attuning to it, the mask becomes adhered to your face and you are unable to remove it by any natural means.
Yes.
After a long or short rest, the mask will forcefully cast Alter Self on you, changing your appearance till the spell wears off. Every time this happens, you have to make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, you lose 1d4 of your Charisma stat.
Oh, fuck.
So yes, you get to cast the 9th level spell from it, but there is a huge downside.
Alter Self is not 9th level spell.
Right.
Shape change is 9th. But after
you can
that,
innately cast it without requiring with no concentration, no material components. But then every short or long rest, it casts Alter Self on you.
Yeah.
That would eventually kill you. 0 charisma would
It would eventually kill you.
That is terrible. Oh my god.
I had a player that actually got this. The adventure quickly turned into finding out how to get it the fuck off of her.
Wait, oh wait, remove curse would that work? That would work, right? To get it off? Or no?
I believe remove curse would work to get it off.
Yeah, because it's an unnatural way of pulling
Right,
it
it's
off.
probably I think it's one of the items that would break after a remove curse though.
Who cares?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's head south.
All right.
At speed.
Yeah. I got super lucky. My very first game, I introduced all 4 of these magic items, and all 4 of them got picked up.
That's not lucky.
I
thought
played
it's
the flute
lucky
on
to you,
horseback.
maybe.
I played
Okay.
the flute on horseback. Do I have to roll it?
So, as Worm's Crossing and Baldur's Gate disappear from view behind you all, you do find yourselves heading down the coast way, which you can all see on your map there. Dirt road that leads to such distant lands as Tethir, Amun, and Kalimshan. Candlekeep lies some 150 miles south, which would normally be a 5-day journey. With the augmented steeds that you have now, half that. However, as you're all leaving town and again Worm's Crossing and Baldur's Gate disappearing slowly behind you, coming up the road towards you all is a human farmer riding on the front of a hay-filled wagon pulled by 2 draft horses. Farmer gives you a friendly wave as the wagon draws near, about to pass by you all.
I just realized, could Ghost have a horse?
A wolf can pace
Yeah,
a horse.
I do not think a wolf could ride a horse.
Especially in a dire wolf.
Yeah.
Even a young one can pace a horse, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, could Anna have like a wagon on the back of her horse? Like, not a particularly big one, so it's not like a kid's wagon, and it's just
Why do you need a
Why do
wagon?
you need a wagon?
So we can ride with us because he's not that fast.
Oh,
No.
yeah,
How
he can
fast are
totally
horses?
keep pace with you
Ghost.
guys.
Keep up.
Ghost.
Oh, if he can keep pace, then we're good.
Yeah, Ghost can 100% keep pace with you guys.
A wolf can outpace a horse.
Yes, he can.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Even
The horse can
magically,
go faster
we'll say
over
that
a
these
short period of
magically
time,
altered horses are
but
almost
over
as
8
fast
hours,
as Ghost.
but over 8 hours, the wolf will keep on running, and the horse will have to stop and rest a few times.
Yeah, Ghost is totally fine. Ghost can totally keep pace with you guys.
Never mind. Okay, we're good then.
Okay.
Sorry, I just thought about that and I was worried.
No, you're fine. Yeah, Ghost can totally keep pace. But as you all pull up alongside this farmer, he gives you all a nice little wave, gives you a nod of his straw hat, before reaching behind him and yanking the sheet off of the wagon behind him and revealing 3 fully armed and armored men as they jump out of that wagon.
Hey, let's go. Combat.
Hey,
They're making a big mistake.
What time of day is it?
It is, we'll call it late afternoon right now.
Okay, what time did we leave the cellar or whatever? Or the sewers? Like
Yesterday.
Was it around the same time? Yeah, no, I know, but was it like around this time of day? Or
I would
was
say
it
so.
later? Oh, okay.
Okay. So, those 3 men jump off of the wagon. The first one stands up and he lets out both of his arms and he smiles as 2 leathery wings slowly arch up and away from his back. His skin turns this bright red and a pair of horns begin growing out of the top of his forehead as he points towards all of you until settling on Althea and says, You have something that belongs to us.
Uh-oh.
She'll just look at them and be like,
Why are we on a wagon?
Oh, because wagon was in the last game. You guys did not need a wagon. I will take rid of that wagon, and you all can replace those with riding horses. You are correct. You are not on a wagon. Sorry about that. They're on a wagon. Get you
she'll
those
just
riding
look
horses.
at them and be like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Anything that I have on my person belongs to me. So, if you intend to try and take something away from me, you'd better be ready to die.
Oh, they are very much ready to try and take something from you out there.
I'll just like talk to the shield and be like, who the heck are these hooligans?
He responds back to you and says, the Knights of the Shield. They wish to keep me here. Stop them at all costs.
Cool, sounds good to me.
Let's roll initiative, everybody.
Yay.
woohoo!
Yeah. Don't worry, I know you all like your initiative. Like your combats.
Ouch.
Yep.
Could I have the zombie stop block?
Did it put me in yet? No, it didn't.
By the way, I meant to mention I was planning on switching the form of my familiar from bat to owl once we were not in caverns.
Got it.
That's you had the money for it and stuff.
I can't get
You
the
would have done
battle
that
map to load.
during your long rest last night. Is that right?
Yes.
Can you change it out, or is it just like?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you can change the shape
For
of your
10
player.
gold pieces, yes I can.
Oh yeah, if you pay. Okay. I thought you meant you just switched it. Like what?
I'm also gonna ask the shield one more question. Are these guys immune to fire or resistant to fire?
Says the red one. What do you think?
Just making sure.
Okay. And here comes.
I cannot get the battle map to load.
You still trying out that new browser?
It started acting freaky, and so I switched back, and now it's not loading.
Could I just?
So I'm gonna roll initiative, which should pop up in the So there's my initiative. And now it's popping up. So now I can select myself.
Could I roll the
And
zombie?
You should already have control of the zombie. Or
Roll
did I give it to the wrong
initiative.
player? Let me check real quick.
Um,
Yep, I gave it to
might be
Althea.
split.
My bad.
Oh my god.
Yep, sorry.
Every time.
So everybody does have a horse that they are currently mounted on. I don't think the zombie can pilot a horse effectively, so we will let the horse's actions be their own. But everyone else is on a horse. So, real quick rules for mounted combat. You can use the horse acts on your turn. You can use the dash, dodge, disengage action with the horse and use its full movement.
Gotcha.
I assume we are not in dim light.
You are not. This is full daylight.
Okay.
Okay, Valifon, did I forget to get you a horse? Looks like I did. Oh, I forgot the zombie.
I don't have a horse, I don't think.
Now you do.
Oh, there's a horse, but
You don't want to be on the horse? That's fine.
no, I'm fine with being on a horse. I wasn't on it to begin with, so I was.
Okay.
I don't know how to roll the zombies, and it doesn't have token action.
Coming up.
Do I have control of the horse?
I don't know how to roll initiative for it.
Click off the zombie, click back to it, and then you can click in it. Getting everybody control of horses right now. Horses in all players' journals can be edited and controlled by all players. Everybody has control of their horses.
Cool.
Okay.
Zombies first.
Yeah, it got a natural. It got a natural 20.
Zombie with a nat 20.
So we have.
And it's nat 20
So we
is still
have-
-2.
three armored warriors and a demon-looking guy.
Yep.
Got it.
I just need to check how its initiative roll works. 'Cause I know I command it, but
Okay. Althea. I mean, sorry, Anacola. Oh my god, I was doing so well. I was doing so well. Anacola, what is your zombie doing?
I don't think it can actually do anything.
Yeah. It stares. It sits there looking blankly ahead, confused as to why it's on a horse.
Yeah, I think I have to command it to do stuff.
Okay.
Right? I linked it. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you decide what action it will take during its next turn. You can issue a general command.
Does it get its own initiative roll?
Technically, no, actually. I think it actually is
Okay, it
supposed
just
to act
acts
on mine.
on your turn. Okay.
That would make a lot more sense.
It
Yeah,
would.
my bad.
Okay.
Yes, it doesn't do anything.
Althea.
Alright, well, if you really want to come at me, then she'll charge forward, and as she gets to here, she's gonna be like standing up on the horse, and uses like the momentum from the horse, just like vault over at them, and as she's in the air, she's gonna be like, well, if you don't like these people, maybe you should show them a little bit of fear. And she talks to the shield. And she'll like jump right here into the middle of them.
Okay. So horse's movement and then your own movement?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm like jumping off the horse to get to here. I'm just like crash into the cart, and as I raise the shield, so it can use its special fear effect if it's willing.
Okay.
So it's DC 18 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
This is not going to go well for them. Okay, one of them actually succeeded. But the other three are frightened. So, as Althea jumps down and directs the shield out towards these Knights of the Shield, the twisted devilish face on it just roars at them, and you see three of the four absolutely gripped with terror. Anything else out there?
I did just realize that it's on their turn that they're making the DC save, but I'm assuming we'll just do it that way. But
Okay.
I was on the turn that they make the save because then it's until their next turn because on their next turn they'd get a chance to get a save from it. So
Yeah, I don't think it
okay.
affects anything.
So you just have it
Yeah.
active, and any creature hostile to you that starts its turn within 20 feet of the shield makes the save. On a failed save, the creature is frightened. Successful save, the creature is immune to this power. Once the shield uses its power, it can't use it again. Okay.
yeah. So theoretically speaking, they'll be feared on.
Okay, until the start of its next turn. Got it.
Yeah.
So at the start of its turn, we'll use that roll. It'll be afraid until the end of its next turn. Until the start of its next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we are going to start just wailing on these guys because have fun getting through 22 AC. We're going to cast. I kind of want to just laugh at them right now. I'm going to cast my Shield of Darkness, which is just Shield of Faith,
Okay.
to bring my AC up to 24.
Nice.
And then I'm going to attack this one right here.
24.
Right. 24 at level 5. It's fucking impressive. This is one of the reasons I really enjoy, especially for modules that I know really well like this one, I really enjoy getting your power level up there because it means I can throw more interesting things at you later without feeling bad about it.
Oh, crit sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
the crit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use my Divine Smite.
Nice, as you do.
Damn, 2 ones.
Ouch.
Okay, yeah. That is a huge amount of damage, though. So, 14, 16, 22. Nice, nice.
That's a pretty low roll.
Yeah,
Damage-
I think this
damage
is
is
going to
way
be the
higher.
last as written encounter you all get, because I don't think this is going to go very well for them.
Actually, wait. Can I still use Divine Smite if I use the spell this turn? Divine Smite does use the spell slot, but it's not
Yeah.
a spell. So, yeah,
Divine
yeah.
Smite is just
Yeah,
Divine Smite.
Yep, cool.
Cool.
Yep, we're good. First time using Paladin. Alright, so that's action, bonus action, we're done.
Valifon.
Okay. So my familiar moved to here to give me the help action against this guy. And I moved to here, bonus action Blade Song. So get Blade Song going. Getting my armor class to 19. And I will cast Booming Blade with advantage against this guy here.
That is not
So-
going to hit, unfortunately.
13?
Nope.
No, something didn't go right because I didn't hold the right thing down. Because I should have gotten, because of Elven accuracy, an extra d20. So I'm gonna roll again without anything, and it's still a miss.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that brings us
Okay.
to one of the frightened veterans, who is going to be staring at the shield, and just in a panic, he's going to lift his crossbow up, and he is going to take a shot at Althea, at disadvantage, of course.
Right.
At disadvantage is only a 9. Just goes off wildly into the air. Pearl, you're up.
Alright, so I have to make this charisma
Yep.
roll.
You have to
correct?
praise Iskaro's greatest of axes.
Okay, here we go. So
Go ahead and make the roll.
Cower before the greatness of Iskaros, the greatest of axes. I don't know.
That's awesome. You can make the roll at advantage.
Okay.
I'll say that whenever you
so-
actually say something, that you can make the roll at advantage, because that would just be funny.
Yes.
All right.
Please.
So charisma saving throws.
Yep, I believe it's a. Let me check this order real quick.
I think it's just a check.
I think it's just a charisma
Oh.
check.
Just a charisma check. Okay.
It's a performance check. Oh no, wait, never mind.
No,
Persuasion, charisma, persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh, persuasion.
Yep, but it doesn't matter.
Persuasion?
It looks like it would be the same thing here.
Yeah, it's the same.
So you succeed on your first attempt to convince Iskaros to not be useless.
Frick yes. Okay. So I'm gonna move down here, and I'm gonna dismount. Hold on. There we go. And I'm just gonna attack this one right up above me.
Sounds good.
And one-handed.
19 hits.
Okay. And
Nice. Good
13.
Damage. Excellent damage. Okay.
and then I have another attack.
Yep.
Hey,
So-
extra attack. Let's go.
Right. Level 5. 16 does not hit. 21 does.
I'll use my inspiration.
Okay.
For 9.
Turn the repeat off. Get some different tracks going.
And that will do it.
Okay. That does bring us to Devil Face Man, who, while also staring in abject terror at Althea's shield. Let's take a look at the frightened condition real quick. Okay, ability checks also. Althea, he's gonna grab it. He's gonna grab at your shield. He is going to try to wrench it away from you. Make an
I don't
athletics
think
check.
so.
15. At disadvantage, he also gets a 15. Althea, roll a d20.
But doesn't want to go with him. Oh, come on.
Oh,
All right. Althea, you are grappled. He has the shield. He has it. He has you grappled. If he succeeds on another one of those, he will take it from you.
Okay.
Brings us to the only not frightened person here, who is going to start swinging away his longsword at the back of Althea's head. 19 and a 21. Unfortunate.
No go.
I know. All right, Anacola, just bouncing off the back of Althea's armor.
Okay, so the horse, yeah, so we have like the horse movement and then the regular movement. Yeah, so they would be able to they can command the horse to dash and then get up to here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mounted combat's great.
Yeah, so they're going to yeah, I'll command them with my bonus action to run up to here and leap off their horse and start attacking the Cambion.
Just imagine how terrifying that would be. A zombie just rides up on a horse and jumps off and tries to eat your face.
I think it's even better that it's like they are veiled in a funeral gown. Like they are elegant and
21 hits.
5 regular bludgeoning damage.
Takes 2.
And then I am going to use and then I am going to command my horse to can it? Yeah, I can slip over here. Yeah, I'll get right over here. And then I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy.
Okay.
I'm using my free one.
Save result is a 15.
That's my spell save. Okay.
Ah.
So that is
Darn it.
5. That is 5 psychic damage.
Got it.
Sean, I just realized I made a little mistake. I cast Defiance Might at level 2. Should have added extra damage.
I think you did. You did
No, I
the.
cast at level 1.
Oh wait,
but
is it
I was-
2d? Is it 2d8 per level?
It's an extra d8 per level.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything else, Manicola?
That was her bonus action. That was her action.
You rolled 48 before.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah, 'cause
48.
of
That's
crit.
why.
Oh, it was a crit.
Oh, okay. I thought that the crit included the divine. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. She'll. That will be her turn.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Can she climb onto Kroll's horse and be right here?
Takes half your movement to climb to the mount.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't use any of her movement yet, so she'll hop off her horse and hop onto this one.
Got it. Brings us to one of the frightened veterans who is going to swing his sword at Kroll twice. Kroll, it is a big 9 and a 14 to hit.
Nope.
All right.
Can that
Hold on. Repulsed.
Ghost.
I'll
Alright.
make a con save.
Got it. Its con save
So
result
it's-
is a 7.
Hey, it fails. It takes 2 necrotic.
Nice. Roll that hits.
Okay.
Almost a crit.
Shit. Yeah, he's looking rough. These guys are getting fucked. Alright, anything else?
Layton in initiative?
Layton is not
Scared
initiative. He's hanging back and watching.
Yeah, he.
I don't think you
he's
guys
good.
need him. I think you'll be fine.
He could wait him with Spirit Guardians if we really think we need it.
You know what, let's get him into the initiative. No, I don't want to bog this
Yeah,
combat
no,
down
no.
any more than it already is.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to, Rhea could have joined the fight too, but
Right? Oh, that's my bad. I always fucking forget Rhea. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to get her. I wanted to get her a +1 longsword. Damn it. Okay. Anyway.
Althea.
at
I'll
the
just
very
like flare,
least, we-
I'll just like flare up in anger and be like, "You let go of my shield right now," and she's just gonna use Hex Curse on him as well.
Okay.
Get that up and running, and she's gonna really hit this guy hard, hopefully.
So you are grappled, so your movement is 0, but you can certainly still swipe at him.
Oh no, no, no.
10 is not gonna do it.
Darn it. No one's flanking with me. Oh, I could have moved here to get flanking.
With the zombie.
Yep.
All right. That's my turn, I guess. Sad face.
Okay. Balafon, you're up.
Okay.
You can see the fiendish creature grappling with Althea, trying to wrench the shield from her grasp.
Yep. So, my familiar, who's in owl form, will give the help action to whoever attacks it next.
Okay.
The fiend. I'm gonna move to here on my horse, and because I'm flanked, have advantage with attacking.
It hits.
That'd be a 23.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be 18 points of damage to that guy. And he has Booming Blade on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Next.
Brings us to this veteran who is no longer frightened. You see the shield again.
It's only once.
Okay. So it has to keep going until it succeeds.
I don't think it's like that. I think it's just the once after that it's no longer effective on them. Read it.
Okay, so yeah.
Any other creature that starts
It looks like it's every turn. So any creature hostile to you that starts its turn within 20 feet must make the saving throw. On a failed save,
Right,
it's frightened.
yeah.
On a success, it's immune.
Yeah, so it has to keep doing the save until it's.
Yep, and this one failed again. So he's once again going to shoot a crossbow bolt, point blank at Althea's back, and miss. And brings us to Kroll.
Okay, so I'm gonna swing at the one I was swinging at. The
15 does not hit.
all right, so I'll take another swing.
9 does not
Good
hit,
flipping hell.
unfortunately. All right.
Do I want to action surge? Yeah, might
Why
as well.
not?
Yeah, indeed, why not?
Let's action surge.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. All right, so crit. I also get with savage attack. I can roll an additional D8.
Cool.
So, but I don't know if I'll need it. But we'll
Yeah,
see
we're about
here
to find
in
out.
All right, so I'll just roll a superiority roll for it, just to.
Be surprised if that didn't kill it.
Yeah, he's very dead.
Oh,
So you still got one more attack on your action surge left,
Yep.
right?
oh, you do?
Yeah, you get those both back.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
It's a full
Alright.
extra turn, just no bonus action.
Yep.
Sweet. All right, so I will move up and attack that guy.
All right.
So
Another crit. Oh.
19.
19.
Flanking hits.
He gets
oh,
double
not
crit.
no superiority, just the 11.
Got it. Okay. Anything else?
And that's it.
All right. Althea, good luck. So let's get that contested athletics check, see if this guy can get the shield from you.
All right. Athletics. Is he feared still?
He is. Oh, you know what? I have to remake the save. Let me check. Saving throw result is only a 14. He fails again.
Cool.
Okay, it's a good roll. Oh, he gets a nat 1. Althea, as he is wrenching and pulling the shield away from you, with one powerful yank back, you do rip it from his grip, and he falls prone on his ass right there.
Perfect. See, my mace strike was just a distraction, so I could do that.
Nice. Okay. That is his turn. Brings us to this veteran, who is going to turn and try and attack Valifon. Valifon is a 23 to hit with the first attack.
Field.
Okay. Second one's only a 14. Okay. Anacola.
Would I be able to toss something to someone? Like, would they be able to like just catch it if I like use?
What do you want to toss it? Who do you want to toss it to?
I want to toss rocks at my zombie.
That is totally fine.
Okay, yeah. She'll cast Magic Stone, and reach into her bag, pull out a couple pebbles, and toss them over to him. So that was a bonus action to use them. And then he is going to just start attacking with them because the previous order was to attack no matter what.
Okay.
They'll also move over here because so they can flank with the owl. I just have to make a general spellcasting attack, so I guess a shillelagh attack would be fine. It's basically the same thing. Yeah, and they have.
So you've given your zombie some magic rocks with which to hit the fiend.
Yes, he's gonna throw them at him. And so, but it's prone and they're flanking, so it's just a straight roll, right?
Yeah. I would say that since you're planning on throwing them, it would have to use the zombie's dex modifiers, not yours.
I will show you Magic Stone though.
Okay.
Magic Stone uses my attack, my spell
Yep.
attack.
Magic Stone is pretty special.
If someone
Okay.
else attacks with the pebble, the attacker adds your spellcasting
Okay.
ability modifier, not the attacker's.
All right. All right. Yeah, go for it.
Shillelagh attack. Ouch, 11.
Yeah, it doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's a straight roll. So then, with my action, I'm going to try and Dissonant Whispers again to
Okay.
this guy. Actually, wait. I'm gonna ride my horse down here, so I'm at a better angle, and then I'm gonna Dissonant Whispers, so it would run away that way.
Wisdom save result from him is only a 4. Go ahead and roll it up.
Hey,
Yeah,
okay,
he's about to get
that's
messed up.
Yes,
that's
he
7
is.
psychic, and then it has to run.
Does he run immediately or on his turn?
Immediately.
Yep, he uses his reaction.
Dissonant Whispers
Are you
is
good?
probably the most common spell I deal with.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll be taking my attack of opportunity.
Yeah, when you took the attack, Althea, he would have been flanking, so you both hit.
I don't think it would be Booming Blade though. It would...
Yeah, not unless you have.
He was
the
booming
cantrip.
bladed
No,
earlier.
but no booming blade, so just the 5 piercing.
Okay.
Oh wait, did you hit with Booming Blade before though?
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you
You
did.
2d8.
Okay. Nice.
Ooh,
So
14.
19. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. So she.
Boom.
So when she got over here, she looked him dead in the eyes and just whispered, "Run." And then he turned around and sprinted away
Yep.
and instantly died.
Which is a really bad idea.
Yeah. And that will be her turn.
Althea?
Get for running away, coward. She'll turn back up to this one.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, enough is enough. Time to send you back to where you came from.
24 hits. He's
Oh,
prone.
right flanking. Yes. All right.
Okay.
15.
He's definitely not dead.
Do I want to smite him just for fun?
We've got him.
Yeah, I feel like just destroying this guy. We're gonna smite him
Yeah.
for another 3d8.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
That's a good roll.
Oh.
I don't know if he's.
He's hurt. He's in a definitely in a bad way.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay,
Alphon.
so this is a guy down here still.
Yep.
So, am I familiar with to here to give me the help action? I will jump off my horse and booming blade him with advantage.
That's a hit.
And it didn't roll my booming blade, so he gets another 4 points of thunder damage.
And at level 5, that applies on the hit, right? And also when he moves?
Yes,
Okay.
and then 2d8 if he moves. And that's it for me.
Alright, that does bring us to his turn, and he is going to take some swings at you with his longsword. Oh, it's a crit. And an 8 for the second attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna silvery barbs any crit.
Silvery Barb's crit. You got it. Second roll result is a 20.
And the 20 still hits.
It's not a crit, though.
No, it's not a crit.
He does do max damage, though, at 13.
Okay.
Huh. You know, it's funny, the crit roll was less.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
You're still gonna silvery barbs the crit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And as the only one actually hit by an attack next turn, that does bring us to Kroll. I mean, Valifon is the only one that's actually been hit by an attack this round.
So this dude is prone, right?
Yep. Advantage on the attack.
All right. Iskaros.
26 hits.
Okay.
And 10 takes him down.
Boom.
Wow. This guy has TPK groups before, guys. Just so you know.
And 5, 10, 15, 20.
I mean, he was busy grappling
There.
the shield instead of
Yeah.
Right.
fighting.
Can't a Cambion fly?
Yeah, he can. His whole thing was to
And-
try to get the shield, though, and Althea was right on top of him with it. So,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, his fixation on the shield was completely his downfall.
Yep.
16.
16 does not hit.
Okay.
So
Oh,
basically, if I hadn't been right in front of him, he might have done other things.
Right, he would have taken to the air immediately.
Who would have thought?
Okay. Anything else?
That is it.
Okay. Anacola.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to tell the zombie to target all of its attacks at this guy. I'm just going to throw a rock at it.
26
26
hits.
to hit. That's 8 magical bludgeoning damage. And then I'm going to use my thing to, I'm going to move over to here, and then I'm going to, oh wait, no, I can't move Anna, wait. Or, no, okay.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
there we go. She moves here, and then she's going to Dissonant Whispers again.
His wisdom save result is only a 12.
Hey, he fails, so he takes 12 psychic, and then sprints away.
All right, so he has opportunity attacks.
Too bad you weren't like under him, so it would have forced him upwards. Past
Booming
me
blade
as well.
damage too.
9 piercing
Okay.
with 25.
Yep. Roll. 23 hits.
Jim. Valafon, don't forget the booming blade damage.
And then the booming blade
Okay.
damage.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh, and booming blade 2d8. Yes, thank you. I'm used to booming blade never doing that extra damage. Like nobody ever moves.
Dissonant Whispers is a very synergistic
Oh yeah.
I mean,
spell with
the
booming
best
blade.
way to use Booming Blade is when you're pairing it with like enemy turns movement and Warcaster. So, because that's it.
Oh,
Then they're
yeah,
they're
but-
already moving, and so they automatically take the damage
Oh
from
yes.
it.
Well, yeah, but
All right, everyone. And with that, this would-be band of robbers and thieves is quickly dealt with.
robbers and thieves.
Robbers and thieves. I
Yeah.
said what I said.
Carrying
What?
anything valuable?
They do have quite a bit of gold on them, actually. Aside from that, just their standard weapons, things of that nature. But you guys can go ahead and roll. Let's call it 2d20.
All of us?
Let's have 2 different rolls of d20. There we go. Toss one more d20 on there.
Oh, okay. That one was 2d20.
That's
as
fine.
well.
We'll toss one more on. It's low.
Alright,
Already
you said
selected.
2d20, so I rolled 2 of them.
Okay.
There we go.
So 37 gold is what you all recover from that.
Wait, is that to 3 to the? Okay, sorry.
All right, everybody. And with that, we are going to go ahead and call it a session here.